Live.
Alright, last we left off, you guys had gone into the Tower of Evocation, where you guys found a small little arena with stadiums on either side, and after stepping onto the arena, after putting on some gear that you found in a nearby storage closet, sort of images of fans appeared behind walls of force. You guys had to make your way across the arena to get to the next area that led up to a trophy room. When you guys got to the trophy room, there were two giant Bigsby's hands that sort of stopped you from going further in. Abracadabra dispelled one of them, the other one you guys managed to dispel pretty quickly, and then it turned into a flaming hand, which you guys also dispelled pretty quickly. After getting to the trophy case, you guys could see part of the line of the Arcane Octad, but couldn't read all of the Octad. You guys heard a voice that Professor Scant translated that told you to return after you had gotten the trophy. And then we left off with you guys going back outside, at which point you were greeted, about 45 feet away, you guys saw a group of about 5 cultists that turned and looked at you. And that is where we left off.
Okay, this is totally unimportant, but I was wondering if the token could be replaced with the image, and how do I do that, but totally not right now.
I totally forgot that your commission got finished, if I'm being honest, so I swapped your token.
Oh, wait, what is
I
Dora?
forgot to post it to the group, too.
I was gonna say, what does Dorabella's look like? I wanna see.
It's really, really, really cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Roll20 stopped working for me. So.
Yep,
It
mine
stopped
started
working for me,
lagging.
too. I'm trying to refresh, but it's frozen
I am
refreshing.
now
Got it.
finally someone who is in the anime weeb club
I'll
of this
post
party.
all of your titles later.
Ooh, I like it. Wow.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. Yeah,
Full hair.
like, yeah.
I like
Are you an
the
elf?
I like the touch of the pumpkin on the magic mace that was from the Halloween
Where
one
we
shot.
got it. Yeah, at first I was confused over that, and then like Maya reminded me, and I was like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that shit."
I say that it came from the Halloween one shot, so it has a pumpkin on it. I like it.
Yeah.
That is a very good.
That's really nice.
Like the art style, I really like that.
I would like if the pumpkin, like, on top had, like, a little bit of a glow, like, out of its eyes and mouth or something.
I like
Because it
I had
emits
them-
light.
Yeah, I had him change the eyes. She looked too happy and not like jaded and disgruntled. So I was like, "Can you make her less happy?" And that was it. And then so we got this, and it's great. Like,
So completely relogging in and out of.
I'm trying to
Roll20
refresh, and that's not working at all.
I did not refresh. I just closed it completely and then
reopened it,
and
yep.
worked.
That's what I'm doing right now.
I'm getting severe lag. Hey, look, it's Villain's token. I didn't know she was still alive.
that was funny.
She's there, though.
Her death was so anticlimactic. It was like we walked downstairs. There's a skeleton and a freaking spellbook. I want. Oh.
No. I went, no, that couldn't have happened. No.
Like,
I
she
just
wouldn't
wanted-
be so stupid as to not split the party, right? I mean,
I just want to know where the oozes came from. Well, like, were they the ice the whole time, or what?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I have
I
no
think
idea.
that's not heavily implied.
Yeah, because no ice, and then all of a sudden, but
Or the
What
oozes,
color was
the
the
oozes
ice?
could have dissolved the ice.
yeah, true.
Like, I don't know.
All I know is that we fucking crushed them because I have Spirit Guardians as a paladin, and that's dumb.
Yeah, that hallway was a kill box right there.
But I think whatever it was, I think us dispelling the arcane hands is probably what caused them to be there.
True. Yeah, that's fair.
Because it's a magic tower.
So?
Yeah, man. Some people
Oh, wow.
are
That is-
unbelievably fast.
What do you mean?
Like looking at AIM Labs like videos.
Well, those Those look like some death metal cultists right there.
They look like nice people. They better be nice people.
I want to ask them how they got their skulls.
I mean, they don't look like human skulls.
Ooh.
Baby
So I'm not
skulls.
too worried about it.
They're shrunken skulls.
Shrunken heads, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I want to look up how that's done, but I don't.
No, you should definitely. I think that everyone should look that up at least once in their lifetime.
Do you
Shrunken
know how
heads,
that's
yeah.
done?
I've looked it up.
Is there a way to do an overlay on top of my camera? I'd like everyone to know that this is the throne of Neverwinter.
Have like god rays come down.
Exactly. Yeah, just
I
look
don't
up
know
an
if there
overlay.
is on Discord.
No, not on
That's
Discord.
fine. I really, I don't see a reason why they shouldn't. They should, like, OBS should be able to connect Discord, but that's me. Being a whiner.
Hey, whatever.
They can connect Twitch to it. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Still having trouble logging in on my end.
I'm back in.
Try completely reopening the game. That's what fixed it for me.
What is this button? That's new. What is this?
Oh, what is it?
That looks like a little torch icon.
Is
Oh,
it
wow.
showing light? I wonder.
I can't tell.
The whole map's lit up. I can't tell.
I'm gonna turn
Yeah.
off daylight mode and see if that's what that does, because if it is, then that's really fucking cool.
Oh my god, yep.
Oh my god, dude. I don't need the torch tool anymore.
They finally added an official torch tool.
I don't need the torch tool anymore. I can delete that token finally.
Where's that located at exactly?
It's on the left. It's underneath the drag thing.
Not for us.
For
Let me
me.
hold on.
Can you guys grab those or no?
No.
No.
No, can you assign them to people?
Alright,
Let me see if I have instructions.
I'm gonna be right back.
Oh.
I'm putting my ice cream back in
Yeah.
the freezer.
Yeah, I got it as
You
well.
guys control the one that's on the bottom left.
Oh,
Yes, I
Up.
can.
So there's also a magnification button, and then there's what's a lightning bolt do?
There's also a what button?
A lightning bolt.
Well, yeah, that's for spell effects, but what was the other one you said?
Oh, a magnification tool to zoom in. I think I don't know if that's a whole map or not.
well, rip your roll 20.
Oh, that is new.
It's just cycling. My roll 20 is just cycling.
Yeah, I would like to blame Karn for that.
Rip.
That's fair. That's fair.
He's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know. Up there, Isaac goes. Rip.
We
I
could
really
just
want
do
another
barbarian
monitor.
things.
What are barbarian things? Like
I don't-
surviving off the land? No, that's a ranger thing.
Murdering everything in it. I can't
Is
just
it-
switch to
is it nighttime? Or well, I guess is it dark down here? I suppose.
Daytime.
Or is it
It's
supposed?
dark out here because it's always lit with magic.
Yeah. So you should turn daylight mode back on so I can see.
I'm going to. I was just thinking that was pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Why don't you just back off? Let her do her thing.
Are you kidding me?
retire the token.
It is supposed to be like dim light though, so I don't know if that like makes it dim or not.
Yeah, that is dim light.
Oh no. That means we have disadvantage on perception checks.
Isn't your perception like plus?
Unless you have
like,
dark
21
vision.
or something?
The description says that it's dimly lit, so.
Doesn't Adrian have dark vision?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't have.
I mean, excuse me, Adrian has tremor sense.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this to you guys. But even though like the spire is obviously tilted, you guys don't feel as though you're tilted as you guys are like walking around. The entire place just feels flat, even though it's obviously tilted.
Is it because the gravity actually just depends on the ground of this thing, not on the ground of the Earth?
Probably it has its own gravitational field.
It has a gravity enchantment on it.
Ah, of course.
Mythlar
lost
secretly the
magic.
gravity generator.
Does
Wait,
that
does
mean
that
I
mean-
can? Does that mean gravity magic exists?
What do you mean? Of course it does. That's common knowledge to these people.
Yeah.
I create gravitic weaponry.
I want to find gravity spells.
Well, you should have asked that one elf before he left.
Hindsight, we should have probably asked a lot of questions.
Why isn't there a gravity magic tower, huh?
Because it's not that big of a school. There's only like 5 gravity spells or some shit, as far as I
Yeah,
know.
but they're sick as fuck.
They are. They're awesome.
I know, because you played a character with broken spells once.
Yeah, Nyx had
And
gravity
still
spells.
killed yourself. Repeatedly.
Nyx didn't even get that far. She only got like 2 gravity spells. She had the level 1 gravity spell and the level 2 gravity spell. That was it.
Was it the one that makes you float upwards?
No. It was the level 1 was it like did damage in an area and then pulled them towards the center. I don't remember what the level 2 one was. I think it was the immovable object spell. Was the level 2 one that I had. Which essentially I can temporarily turn something into an immovable rod type object.
Oh,
That's
that's
awesome.
the spell I thought was also OP was Sapping Sting.
Oh
and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
from
I did
Wild
have
Mount.
I did have that cantrip.
And that is what the crown has. So.
Oh, that's from Graviturgy as well. Yeah.
Uh huh.
Yeah. See, that's the spell that I thought was OP. Sapping Sting.
Sapping Sting the cantrip. The 1d4 and makes them fall prone if they fail to save.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super broken.
And you still couldn't just live. You have to stab yourself with the dagger, take attacks of opportunity. It's okay, Steven. I don't actually blame you for killing your characters.
Nyx never died.
Almost.
Yeah, I almost died
Nick
several
should
times.
have died.
I should have died with the dagger, but to be fair.
Sorry, still waiting. I transitioned over to my computer because it seemed to be an iPad issue. And now I'm just stuck with opening planar transport.
I think it's actually a Roll20 issue. I don't blame your iPad.
100%.
Hey, if you had a computer, why were you on your iPad to start with?
Well, because the computer is the 10-year-old piece of shit that I have that
Oh.
can't run Discord and Google Chrome at the same time.
I need to learn Foundry, man. Like, it's just so much more complicated than Roll20, but I need to learn it.
Okay.
So we can
So-
start doing the homebrew games there.
I was gonna say,
Where's
are we
the
doing your
map?
next campaign there?
Yeah, that was like the homebrew one we are gonna do there. Also, I sort of decided that for like my homebrew game, it's gonna be a lot more efficient for me to like develop one like area, have a campaign in that area, and then develop the next area rather than trying to develop the entire world at once.
Yeah, and expand
that's
out
fine.
as you go.
Because I was getting
Hashtag-
super overwhelmed trying to develop that entire world at once. So.
Hashtag the Matt Mercer, the true Matt Mercer effect.
Yeah, well,
Only have every campaign just be on one continent and just say, "Oh yeah, the others exist."
but you can't
Yeah.
go there. Or
Just
there's...
in like
Oh,
20, 30 mile bubbles at like the start of the game where it's like, ah, yes, we're here. We'll like flesh out a 30-mile bubble around your characters and everything that's in that little bubble. We know exactly what's there. And as you move like further to the sides or whatever, you just flesh out different parts of the map with like progressively bigger bubbles as we can move progressively farther away.
Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. I think I have control over my character now through this, but I just want to see if I can get a mouse now that I'm using this. I'll be
alright.
right back.
'Cause that's what I was thinking with buying. I was like, trying to develop the whole world. What are the chances of you guys like trying to explore the whole thing? Why not just start in a small area and work your way out?
Yeah,
The chances are literally zero.
Yeah.
No one will explore your whole world.
Yeah.
Even
then-
if people are really into your lore,
Yeah,
no
it's just
one
like,
will explore
Yeah,
your full
and
no,
Matt-
yeah, no one cares.
And Matt, and I think Matt Mercer does that bubble thing, something similar to that bubble thing you did. I know he develops a lot at a time, but
He develops a continent at a time, is what he does. He does one continent, and then he'll develop the next one.
there are some things he doesn't develop until on the fly, like a lot of different shop names and NPC names. The important NPCs he names beforehand, but a lot of different random shop names and NPC names he just comes up with on the fly.
Well, there's no need to actually even name those. Oh no, you're still muted, my dude. Oh no, now his
There we go.
Discord's broken. Okay.
No, I'm just trying to bring up the point on the bottom of my phone screen because I have where's the button? No, I was a list of just like 20 names, 20 first names, 20 last names.
Are we
Those
Gucci
good.
now?
We are
Does my
Gucci.
mic still sound okay?
Yeah.
As beautiful as ever.
Okay. So it doesn't matter if it's up here or down here.
Yeah, sounds the same.
You could be like me and name like 5 different NPCs. John,
I mean,
Jonathan.
Joseph.
Jonathan, Joseph. Yeah.
Yeah, John,
So
Jonathan,
Joseph-
Joseph, Johnny,
I'm
John
getting better
Jr.
with- I'm getting better with coming up with things on the fly, but sometimes it's just like, try to think of appropriate names for someone.
You don't even have to, honestly. You just say Shopkeeper B, and we'll enjoy the game just as much.
Bellacino Montagari.
Oh no.
All right, are they attacking us?
I hope-
You guys walked out of the tower, and they turn towards you, and it appears that they have hostile intent. So let's go ahead and roll initiative.
I hate cultists. They're just want
Is
to
anything-
sacrifice us to ball.
Is anything coming out of the Sirenscape bot? I'm not hearing anything.
I'm hearing stuff.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
I
just
hear
on
I
my
can
head.
hear it.
it's like almost like crackling.
Oh, it's
Oh.
just background music. Got
Yeah,
it.
there we go. It's just quiet, and
Right now, yes.
I'm just gonna turn it up a little bit.
0.008.
Unlucky.
How do you roll that low?
It's
Negative
Dorabella's
one.
day to die.
Because
-1.
-1 to Dex, and he rolled a 1. Feels bad.
Oh no!
Yep. It's all right.
it
It's
is
actually not so bad
zero.
if the healer goes last, right? So,
You're the healer?
oh, I have some heals.
Wait,
Should
you
I
heal
plug my
people?
spell
What?
slot? Sometimes.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, this could be problematic.
You mean you can't just run there, Karn?
I can, but
You don't just have
It-
55 movement?
no, I have 40. Unfortunately, still better.
Oh. Perfect.
I'm
You're
just
within
thinking-
range.
I'm just thinking, depending on how tough they are, my movement.
I'm waiting for 5 fireballs centered on all of us.
Oh, they all have the banish spell.
Why?
Back to your crystal card.
These are the wrong cult fanatics. I don't know why they are using standard cult fanatics instead of Levistus cult fanatics, but that's wrong.
Why is that wrong?
I think the different cults have they get like a special bonus to something.
Yes, they do.
They do.
Wow.
Yep.
Are you giving information that my character doesn't have? Oh no. How
Well,
will I
the book
ever
states
block that
that
out?
they're like cultists of Levistus, but then roll 20 for some reason just said regular cult fanatics. So all right. So you watch as this one creates a sort of spiritual weapon, and it is going to create it here, and it takes the form of a scythe.
Wow, that's so cool.
Is it neat or does something just appear out of thin air? Arabella, what is this?
Not a good thing.
Well, actually, Adrian thinks that Adragast would be the best one to explain what magic things are and do.
Oh,
I don't know if I'm familiar with this spell because this is
it's spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon.
yeah, it's an arcane. That's a divine spell, not an arcane spell.
So actually, weirdly, I'm the person to say something.
Oh no. Oh, I
anyone?
also have proficiency with religion. So I might.
Why does it do that with NPC sheets? Like, it moves a spell onto their sheet, but doesn't create the attack. Like, they have the spell, and I'm trying to give them the attack for it, but if they don't fucking... God, Roll20 is so goddamn lazy.
Yeah. That's why I've taken to creating my own NPCs to heart, because you can throw whatever you need in there.
You're doing
I feel
what?
like they've.
Well, monsters, NPCs, whatever you want to call them.
Are you cheating in the giant campaign?
No.
The DM,
I'm just-
the DM can never cheat. The DM can do whatever the fuck they want.
I'm
And
just creating
this one
alternatives.
does 7d12 damage. No save.
No.
And you have.
You're dead and your leg is actually broken. It says right there in the card that I made.
No, I find NPC stats and I just basically copy them over to a character sheet. Or, well,
Okay.
NPC sheet.
I would have liked your answer a lot better if you were just like, oh yeah, I cheat and that's why your characters died last time. That'd make me feel better.
To a single fire giant, yes.
Okay, but he was a big boy.
He was a big boy.
And we
he
were- and-
trampled all of you.
Yeah, and we were down one person.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
blame Amaya.
Fucking
No, I need to
sorry.
change that. That was against Azagrass, by the way.
Wait. Oh. Oh. I am. I'm gonna shield it. I have to.
Do you have to?
No, he didn't have to.
I'm looking pretty hurt though.
Oh no, you do it. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So I will react and cast shield,
Okay.
boosting my AC to 18.
Karn.
Alright. Well, this isn't good. So, I am going to charge up here. And we'll start off with this boy recklessly attacking. First attack. And then if it kills or doesn't hit.
That misses. That one hits. He is looking bloodied as your greatsword cleaves down through his robes, and you can see blood beginning to spill.
That's all I got.
Right, Adrian.
Yippee-ki-yay! I will attack the one that's injured.
That will hit. Right, you feel your fist connect with a wound that was already open. You pull back your fist and it's covered in blood. The man sort of like grunts, but he's still standing. That will also hit. Alright, so you punch and you feel your fist, like, you feel as though it would have been a mortal blow, but you hear him mumble under his breath something in Abyssal. I don't know if you... Or Infernal. I don't know if you speak Infernal.
No.
Okay, and so you watch as the body turns into ice and then shatters and the gold just disappears.
Huh.
Adrian
not
saw
good.
something like that before.
Wait,
The
is
demon did it.
I was say is Levistus the?
Ice god, or the god trapped in ice, yeah.
I'm gonna spend a key point, flurry of blows. Spend one thing to heal him. Ba, 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 ba. Boom.
I will take that. Thank you, Adrian.
Now
And
what?
that will miss.
Okay, and let's see. So that was 45 feet of movement. So now I'll move back here.
You have 55 feet of movement? Jesus fuck.
Mobile
Yeah.
feet.
Monk.
He's going to opportunity attack you with his dagger.
No, mobile feet.
How?
Oh, yeah, mobile, that's right.
Yeah, I end my turn.
Dang.
Just a quick point of clarification. What's the purple square?
Spiritual weapon.
Weapon.
Got it.
Scythe.
You can't
I
hit
can
it.
move through it. But I can move through its space, correct?
Correct. It is an ethereal weapon.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So am I.
Yeah. I don't know of any beer heads among us, but I would definitely recommend this Stefano. It's from one of the world's oldest beer breweries. 1040 the first open.
Where is it from? Germany?
Yeah, Hefeweißbier. It's a Bavarian style Weissbier.
Karn, you watch as this cultist begins moving his hands and muttering a spell underneath his breath. And you watch as chains come up from the ground to grab you. I need to make a wisdom saving throw.
I heard Karn's great at that.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw. Alright. No aura protection. That's, unshackled.
Right, so you are paralyzed.
Oh no, Rip Karn.
And this is where I get whisked away, right?
What spell was cast?
It was hold person.
Oh.
Paralyzed.
I know I have a symbol for it. Where the fuck is it?
That's what I'm looking for. Ethereal.
Is paralyzed
Grapple?
concentration?
There's grappled one.
No, we'll just use a lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
A double helix? Yeah, it is.
Adjust.
Did one of the cultists die?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, they didn't really die.
Alright, I'm just gonna move up to here. And then... actually, sorry, I would have moved there instead, so... like... that. And then I'll throw a firebolt at this guy.
That will hit.
16 fire damage.
Good job, Steven.
So that means that the DC on the con is 18, correct?
No, it's either 10 or half the damage, so DC is 10 for concentration.
Ah, okay.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's whichever's higher, so...
It's able to maintain concentration.
Damn it.
Just barely, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So this one right here. Okay.
And then I'm going to use my next 15 feet of movement to move back over. Move over here. And that's my turn.
Alright, Karn. This cult fanatic is going to move here, and then he is going to cast Inflict Wounds on you.
Oh.
Hold on. One moment, because I actually can do something here. 1 second to read this. See, okay. You target the triggering creature, which must succeed a Wisdom saving throw or vanish, being thrown to another point. What are the conditions? Here, I'll.
The link
Sorry.
ability.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's from the crown,
It's from the
right?
helm. Yeah. It's from the crown.
So DC of 17 for a Wisdom saving throw, or he's what?
Or he's thrown into
Oh, they
another
vanish,
realm.
being thrown into another point in time.
until the
Really
start
bad
of the next turn.
wording, because it doesn't say what the trigger is.
Yeah,
Casting time,
Yeah.
1 reaction. Target creature you can see.
but it doesn't specify if it's an attack or spell. Do you want to specify that, Amaya? And we'll add that now.
I'm just trying to. One reaction taken when a creature you can see makes an attack roll or starts to cast a spell. So yeah, you can do that.
Okay, cool.
It's under the casting time.
Okay, got it. Sweet, thank you.
Did you put that sheet on your sheet, or did you put that spell on your sheet, or did you just drag it from the compendium?
I put it on my sheet. I think I dragged it from the compendium, but yeah, I put it on my spell stuff so that I could have it as a spell and treat it like that.
Okay. I'm going to delete the spell from your sheet, and I'm gonna add it from the compendium.
Okay.
But it would have the spell DC of 17 because it's from the item
Correct.
instead of his regular spell DC.
Correct.
Okay.
hmm.
Thank you.
Okay, so
How many times can you cast that?
Once per
Or-
day. It's once per day.
Okay.
Yeah, it uses all 3 charges, and then it'll restore.
And then down at the bottom, you'll put DC 17.
Nice.
Wisdom save. Five, so it fails its wisdom save.
Nice.
so it disappears.
It
Until the start of its next
disappears and
turn.
goes back to here.
Well, I don't. Does it do that? I think he just vanishes until the start of his next turn and then reappears in the same spot he disappeared from.
Oh, is that
Or-
what it does?
Yeah.
Yeah, reappears where it was or in the closest unoccupied space.
Correct, okay.
So he just goes poof for 1 turn.
Alright. So this one is going to cast Inflict Wounds on you.
Ah. Rip Karn.
Well, they probably would have both done it. So
Yeah. 18 AC. Oh, since I'm paralyzed, that gives it advantage, right?
Correct. That one's gonna hit. We'll see if it crits. Did not roll a crit. So that is a 21.
Yep.
That counts as an attack, right?
Yeah, it's a spell attack.
Okay, any attack that hits you is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet
Yep.
of you. So, it is a crit.
Correct.
Yikes.
Bye-bye, Karn.
Sorry,
Oh,
I
yeah.
just wanted to make sure that that's properly done because that's a very important mechanic to paralyze.
Alright, that will be 32 necrotic damage.
Alright. That hurt. Slightly. Alright.
If you're paralyzed, he is going to move away. Hey, Isaac.
Isaac is going to use 25 feet of movement straight forward.
Just keep in mind that this one isn't here right now.
15, 20, 25, 25. I think. Yeah, 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, no, one more. Third, 25. Boom. And yeah, firebolt the one straight in front of me.
Got it.
That is going to miss.
I don't think I've ever successfully cast a spell firebolt.
I
think I
not
always
legally
shoot.
anyway.
All right. Do I want to do anything for my bonus action? Can I?
After a
No,
roll like that.
and after that, I'm spent. So, and my turn. Holy shit!
Alright, so you start weaving the rune. You manage to get the firebolt out, but it goes wide and strikes the building.
All right.
If I shoot a javelin from here to there, is he behind any cover?
No, it's a straight line.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna be shooting it from there.
Where?
I'll do
You said from, like,
from
right here.
Yeah.
No, that wouldn't be any cover now.
Okay. Cool. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna javelin throw. Blop.
Nice.
I don't think dueling style
So it is
applies.
at disadvantage, but it still hits.
Okay. And then for my bonus action.
But dueling
I'm
style
gonna
does
use-
apply, by the way, because it's still a
Oh, it
one-handed
does.
It's
weapon.
still a one-handed weapon.
Cool.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, it is.
javelins are one-handed, right?
Yes.
Yep. Yep. And then turn the tide. Which will cast on Karn.
What is turn the tide?
I think it's a. Let's see, it's a 1d6 plus charisma, so 1d6 plus 2. D6 plus 2. plus
It
2.
it only works on creatures that have half their hit points.
Oh,
Yeah, I got
So-
half.
Yeah.
And that is a 17 on his con save, so it keeps concentration.
so wait, is he at half?
No, it only works at if they're below half.
Rip. Spell this. Oh, fuck.
They're like, Rip, he's not hurt enough.
Yeah, so the channel divinities are like wanting. Let me just make sure I don't have a bonus action spell. You know what? I'm not gonna waste the time. Oh, I can do that. Okay. Is it worth the spell slot? I think so. I'm gonna do compelled duel. What's the range? 30 feet. That one.
He's gone. He's disappeared. You can do it on that
Oh.
one.
Advantage
Yeah,
one.
he's not there currently.
Okay.
He's
Yeah, I'll do this one.
exactly within 30 feet of you.
Mhm.
This is
Ah!
that is a 15, so it succeeds.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there goes my last level 1 spell slot.
Just seeds in the saving throw. The spell doesn't restrict the target's movement for that turn. Spell ends if you attack any other creature. Cast spell. So it's still compelled to duel. It looks like it's just not affected by the movement speed.
Okay. Since time I move space within.
So we'll still have disadvantage on the attack rolls. It's just
Okay.
not affected by the movement speed.
Gotcha.
So he's allowed to move 30 feet away from him. He just and he just has, but he does have disadvantage on creatures on anyone besides Dorabella.
Correct. That's what it looks like.
Okay. It is concentration. It didn't work for some reason, but
Oh.
I need to restart the API, I think, because the cultist didn't have concentration either. I'm gonna restart the API really quick. Yep, none of them are running currently. Right, now they should be working.
Let's see. Should I just cast it again and then?
you can click it again, or you can just click the little clock icon. Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
Cool. Thank you. That ends my turn.
Well, fanatic is not constant.
Right, this one is also going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Oof.
As it's a straight roll, because disadvantage, because that's the one that Dorabella targeted.
With a
Even without that, it would still miss. So
oh,
it still misses. Why did it roll as if it was plus? What the fuck? These things don't even have a plus check mark. That's weird. And then as its bonus action, it is going to move its spiritual weapon.
uh-oh.
Oh no, the wizard.
If I can fucking select it.
We die to a bunch of fucking cultists.
And that is a beat to hit Adragas, so just going to miss.
Yep. I just
Alright, Karn, at the end of your turn, you are able to repeat the saving throw.
I old man dodge out of the way.
Alright, you are still held.
Wondering if I should have cast Bless, but fuck.
Yep, I'm just gonna stay there watching. I'm assuming that's the only thing I can do.
Yep, that's all you can do. Right, Adrian.
I'm gonna hit him.
Nice.
Both of those will hit.
I will spend a key point to stunning strike with the first one.
So you watch as you push your fist like into its stomach, and as the concussive force begins to reverberate through the body, it turns to ice and he shatters. Karn, you are no longer paralyzed.
Oh.
Then I'll use 10 movement speed to hit that one.
Yeah, the 21 still hits.
Okay. Did I still stunning striked it, right?
For the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good?
yeah, I mean, yeah, you're,
Right.
yeah, it's the side
Okay.
strikes that goes through.
Got it.
Because you have to state that before you know whether or not the attack hits or misses, right?
No, it's when you
Nullified.
hit. It's when you hit something you can.
It's when you hit but before damage, then?
Correct.
Probably.
Got it.
That is when you decide to Stunning Strike.
So does this hit?
Yeah, the 21 still hits. And
Okay.
the 9, you punch it, and it sort of like coughs up a bit of blood, but it's not bloodied yet.
I burn a key point. I'm gonna hit it more.
Flurry.
How many key points do you have? Like 10 at this point?
8.
8.
1 per level.
Both of those hit.
And the last one didn't bloody it, so on one of it, I am going to deal some necrotic damage. With one of those things. Oh, I have a damage multiplier, but yeah. It would be 4 extra to that one. Did
Right,
that
it is
bloody
now
him?
bloodied. Yep.
Okay, then I'll deal even extra with the other one too. With
He looks like he's on his last leg. Like his breaths are being raspy, and blood is just like pouring through his mouth.
Yeah, that's all. I'm done.
Alright, Ajax.
Move here to get a clear line of sight. And firebolt the guy in the back that's injured. Ooh,
I will miss.
damn.
Airbolt's not on point this game.
I hit
There's
my,
just one random spot on a tower not that far off that's constantly being hit.
Yeah.
do I have enough movement? No. Alright, I'll move further away from the fucking spiritual weapon. I'm gonna fucking move over here. That's my turn.
Alright, this one is going to cast Inflict Wounds at a 2nd level on you, Karn.
Alright.
Okay, because you're not paralyzed.
Oh, hold on. Now, Inflict Wounds, is that a magic attack?
It's a melee spell attack.
So, would that have disadvantage because of my cloak?
It's still in a
Link the cloak again?
It doesn't specify magic attack rolls, but
It's just
still
It
on-
is an
yeah.
attack roll.
so-
Yeah.
yeah, and you
That
did,
would have been a disadvantage.
and you haven't been hit since the start of your last turn, right?
Correct.
So yeah.
Yeah, because I fucking temporal shunted that motherfucker.
It doesn't matter. The way it misses with a natural 1, so.
Okay.
Take it.
That was this one?
No, the other one.
No, it's this one.
And now it's the one in the back, I think. Yeah.
Yep, the one that's.
And 60 points of damage out of nowhere to Adrian.
Right, and this is the one I cast Compel Duel on, right?
Yeah.
That one, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Alright, make sure.
Adrian, the cultist with the blood coming out of his mouth looks you in the eyes and says, "Flee." I need to make a wisdom save.
Okay. I'm assuming that's with advantage because it's a spell.
You have the spell mantle, right?
Yeah.
But it's not the +2.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
Yeah,
No
no,
plus
you
2, so
know
it's
you're-
only a
yeah.
19.
Yeah, that still succeeds.
Okay.
Wait.
Isaac.
No.
All right, Isaac moves up to the side of Karn, using all 25 feet of his movement, and reaches out to the cult fanatic in a sort of sense of hopefully cruel irony, and casts inflict wounds also at second level.
nice.
That hits.
Fuck it.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
23. Alright, so you watch as the black necrotic energy sort of spreads through this connected veins. You can see the black on his neck before receding. He looks like he took a fair bit of damage.
Cool. And I'll end my turn there.
Alright, Dorabella.
Minus 1 damage. Okay, that's what we'll do. Boom, and this, well, I think this will end the spell. Taking a swing at that guy.
A 12 will miss.
Hoop.
Just the vowel that you chose for poop on that. Ooh.
More
I get
slash.
one back.
Oh my
A
god!
12 will miss.
I was like really debating on casting bless for the saving throw benefits too, and I was like, no, I'll just kill 1 or 2. Yeah, that ends my fucking turn. Wait a minute, hold on. No one's under half, right? Yeah, no, so I can't even do that. Oh my god.
And since the spell is no longer active, you can click the stopwatch again because you're not concentrating on it anymore.
You just try to kill somebody, you know.
That's what Dorabella gets for trying to become a killer.
Yeah.
She's
Stay
all...
innocent and a paladin forever.
Exactly.
Oh, who drew a card?
I was trying to click around to my thing, and accidentally drew a card as I was clicking.
Alright, is that your turn?
Yes, that was my turn.
This one's going to use its last level 3 spell slot. Level 2 spell slot to cast Inflict Wounds on your turn.
Advantage.
It's a 9, so it misses. Karn.
Retaliation.
Go!
Retaliation.
You guys only have a +3 to hit, so.
Adrian doesn't understand why they're so
First
aggressive.
one
There we
definitely
go.
misses.
Yeah, I should have casted bless.
The second one hit.
Yeah, with the, yeah.
Which one is that targeting?
That guy.
Okay.
You cleave down the robes, once again opening a large gash in one of these cultists. He is bloodied.
Gonna go grab something.
And it's my turn.
Yep.
I'm gonna punch him.
Hits. You punch him. Once again, the force shatters the body into ice.
I'm gonna punch him.
Ice.
And I'm gonna punch him.
He's probably dead.
Ice, exactly.
So, where's your pumpkin staff, though? That's the real winner here.
I don't need it.
Yeah, apparently.
I've ascended.
We could have eaten off of that.
That's all of them,
Pumpkin
I
to eat.
believe?
Yeah, they're all dead as far as I can see.
Okay.
And I'm assuming the spiritual weapon's gone now.
No, actually, spiritual weapon stays.
Just a floating scythe there forever.
The spiritual weapons don't disappear until after their duration.
That'd be really
So
funny
stays
if it
there
were
for
like,
another 30 seconds or so and then disappears.
Just keeps chasing after our wizard.
you'd be like, wait, I'm
It
so
do-
lonely.
It doesn't have anyone to control it, thankfully.
Those
Please
hands
don't leave
didn't
me
need
behind.
anything to control them.
Yeah, true. That's some Netherese shit, though. All right, so who's down for? Well, let me say. So, are we all excited to get some rest now?
Yes.
Are we resting?
Let's hurry back to the tower before we run into anything else, please.
Adrian feels better about resting now.
Let's have at it then.
We go and rest.
Yeah, well,
Let's see if you guys have another random encounter.
please no.
I'll be another minute. I'm just fixing something.
Our Beatrice comes through.
Into the weird plane that we're in.
Yeah, we have
For some reason-
we will have 4 hours to kill though. By the way, because we have 12 hours before we have to finish our long rest, so we have to wait for 4 more hours before we can start resting.
Perfect. That means we can all short rest and get all of our short rest things in. And then if there's something that interrupts our long rest, we can just have all of our short rest abilities.
I don't have any short rest
all
abilities.
of my key points.
For some reason in my head, Beatrice has the same voice of Mike Myers in Coffee Talk.
Oh no.
Julian, I don't know what you're talking about.
But what I can do is I can go through the spell books that I have for like those 4 hours. See if I can copy any spells down. That's if we make it back to the tower unscathed anyway.
It's not gonna be unscathed.
Ah, poop.
Arrange yourselves in whatever formation you please.
Hell yeah.
I'm right there.
I would just be I would be behind Dorabella and Karn.
Oh yeah, I'll be right next to Durabella in the front. I'm on my way back upstairs. Give me a second.
Where? I'm sorry.
Son of a bitch.
I'll be right to the side of Dorabella, slightly up.
This is actually a pretty big map.
Yeah. I'm actually glad I didn't burn my Divine Smite. I was going to Divine Smite that motherfucker and then Javelin another one.
You're about to be very glad that you didn't.
Yeah.
Adrian has no more tools. Except hands.
That's okay. I mean, I'm going to bless. And
Are
then we'll
you
just
out of
roll
key
on
points
Karn.
now?
You guys are in a pretty rough spot with a pretty rough roll, so...
Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to
die.
win this. We're going to win this.
I'm ready.
Don't
I've
die.
been waiting to die.
I don't want to
I'm
die.
gonna roll initiative, and I'm just gonna crit on initiative. It's gonna
We're all
work.
critting initiative. Can we roll initiative right now?
I am so glad I kept my last rage.
I might have to reboot roll 20, close my fucking character
Let's
sheet.
go.
We're,
We're all going last.
is it going to be another one of those Colossus things?
So
If
Karn
it
can
is,
move
that
up
would
to
be a
here.
really easy fight.
Yep.
They would need 2 of them for it to be like an actually difficult fight.
I don't know about that.
to the up to here?
Or there is what I was thinking. Or Dorabella can be there. And I will
Yeah,
be
sorry,
right
I'm
here.
reloading roll 20.
Which way are we walking?
I think we were
Towards
walking
this
down.
direction? Okay, then yeah.
Yeah, we're walking this way.
And this is like we're just brushing the ice off of our like hands and weapons and stuff, and we get ganked again.
32 not
1 second. Okay, cool.
Another one. I knew. I fucking called it.
But there's
Yeah.
there better be two.
It's just one. It doesn't want to kill you with tomb tappers. Like, that's not what it wants to do.
Why?
It-
That would be
it want-
awesome.
It wants to kill me because I'm magic, and it wants to kill. It wants to eat magic. It wants to eat me.
Wait, does it like to eat magic items too?
Anything magical, yeah. Its whole purpose, as far as what we got from the necromancy guy, their whole purpose is to seek out magic and destroy it.
To
Whatever.
be fair, you could be less magical than I am currently. Because you're incredibly low on spell slots. And I have magic items covering me and magic fists. Like, my being is magical.
I guess that's true.
I mean, my blood is technically what's giving me magic, so like,
Brew.
wait,
All
right,
I'm
it's just-
all I'm
At
saying
the
is
same time, is
Feed me
dragon blood
to
a
it.
magic item?
all I'm saying is their as far as we know, their entire purpose is just to destroy magic. Hence why it
Yeah.
found us.
I know this is metagaming, but if you're afraid of getting absolutely smacked on, probably stay within 5 feet of me. Just saying.
Smacked on?
I was planning on staying very far away from whatever that thing is.
I
Well,
want to get snacked on.
Remember that this motherfucker can toss his fucking hammer. So if you're-
let's
if
test
you're
how
next
far.
to me-
Let's test how far he can throw that hammer.
Well,
Are
okay,
you
I'm
sure?
just saying, if you're next to me and he throws it at you, you
I'm
don't
not
take
staying next to
damage.
you.
so let's, the important thing to remember, not trying to metagame, but I just want to live.
Okay,
Why?
then you
Thankfully,
position
it goes
yourself
last,
between us
so-
all.
Thankfully,
don't-
it's going last.
Thankfully.
I kind of have to get up close. That's an issue for me though.
Bro,
Uh,
same.
I'll help you out here.
Isaac, here go.
All right, Isaac is going to walk up to the side of his friends and cast guiding bolts at it.
He called us friends. Karn.
It's so surprising.
That is going to hit.
Advantage.
Nicely done.
12 radiant damage.
And it's glowing.
Is it pretty when it glows?
You send out this bolt of like arcane energy that you make in your hand. And as it like strikes the tomb tapper, it sort of envelops it in this glowing yellow light.
Cool. I end my. Fuck! I should have done this first. Bonus action. I will then cast Hexblade's Curse on it. Where is it? Where do I? My button. Where'd my button go?
You actually don't currently have access to your warlock abilities.
Okay, so I will not do that. I will go to do that and say, "Oh shit, I forgot about that." And as my conscience just speaks to me. Conscience off. Right, that's how I turn.
Alright, and that's me. Adrogast, I don't suppose you have a haste left.
I told you I'm practically out of everything. I've got one spell left that's of the lowest level.
I'll cast Bless, but it's going to have to be at a second level.
Which means you can
know,
target
spell
4.
slot.
Yeah, but that means you can target 4 people instead of 3.
Yes, so that'll be, boom, myself, Adrian, Karn, and then I think your token is underneath Karn, and I don't know where Adrogast is, because I cannot see.
I'm right next to you. I'm right here.
Oh, okay. It affects your, like, ability to shoot, right?
Yeah, you get the bless on attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay. I'll do it on Adrogast then.
Dope. So
On Advigas, so which spell are you targeting?
it's 4. He's casting it at a
4, 'cause
second
I have to
level.
cast it at a second. So, yeah, basically everyone other than
Everyone
Isaac.
else.
Sorry, Isaac. That you've already, like, I'm trying to do all the people who have their turns coming up.
Okay.
And do I have a bonus action that I can use? Probably not.
What
And the
just
answer is
happened?
no.
I don't know. We both clicked it at the same time, which placed
And
two,
it
and
put
I tried
two
to
of
remove
one.
mine, and then it removed both of them. So.
We're duplicating items. Imagine.
Any dupes?
Duping
This
in
literally might be-
D&D. I love it. I found an exploit.
I'm gonna move here so I can Divine Allegiance if either caster or Karn needs it, and I end my turn.
What does Divine Allegiance do again? Is that the
If you
healing
take
one?
damage, I
He can absorb.
substitute my health.
Yeah, he can absorb the damage for you and take it himself.
How far? How close do you have to be to me?
5 feet.
Yeah.
In car.
You're fine.
In goes Karn.
Yeah. That's why I
So-
blessed you.
So bonus action rage to move up to 20 feet automatically, then more. First one has advantage. Second one is just regular. And then is bless in there? Yes, it is. +4 plus.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bless doing its work already.
Do either
No,
hit?
neither of those have
Bless
bless
was
actually.
not in there.
Bless
Because
is
the +4 is from strength and proficiency.
Yeah.
Oh.
So roll a d4 for each roll.
That's why. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
So that's
That's
23 for the first one.
Both of those hit.
And
Yeah.
19 for the second.
I ticked on the wrong. I ticked on just for global save modifier, not the attack. Okay.
I should
both
probably do that.
Yep, both hit.
Ooh, shit. Thank God we got fucking Karn the Shredder.
Alright, so you cleave it twice, with your great axe. And it's like you watch as as you cleave, like chips of stone come off of it, but it's not bloodied yet.
Thank God there's no like durability for weapons in this.
Yeah, right?
Oh, but there is. Weapons
Well-
have HP.
Alright, that is it.
That's
Yeah.
insane. 59 damage in one turn.
Alright, Adrian.
I'll take out my pumpkin staff. Pop, pop, pop.
First one misses,
Then a 20.
and the next two hit.
And I'm done.
Right, so you hit it twice. You can feel the hardened skin of it as the impacts strike.
That's actually 2 less. I'm not supposed to have flank active, but
But I think
doesn't
the
really
second.
matter.
I think the second two still
By
hit.
the way, they still miss, yeah.
I know.
I mean, they still hit.
just for continuity's sake. I'm done.
Right, address.
All right. I'm gonna I'll step to the side just to make sure I have a clear line of sight. This is the last spell I've got besides my cantrips, and I'm going to chromatic orb the Tomb Tapper.
Nice. Big.
Hits.
And we're going to do. Let's see, what are my options again? Acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, thunder. Let's do lightning damage.
Alright, so you cast a chromatic orb and you watch as it strikes it, and the thunder, or the lightning sort of spreads throughout its body. But it doesn't spread how you would expect it to. It looks like it does reduce damage.
Oh, bad choice. Got it. Well, that didn't seem to do as much as I thought it would.
It's the
Uh,
thought that counts, Edregast.
and I'll back up right behind. Let's see, hold on. How much movement have I done? So it was one. Yeah, I'll do that. Putting Dorabella between me and the Tomb Tapper.
How noble of you, I say.
That. The last time we encountered one of those things, I almost died.
Yep.
That's fair.
And I think it's fair to say that it's hammer time.
Right, Adrian, you hear a voice inside your head that says, and only Adrian hears this. It says, "You are a fool to get close to me."
I translate to the party.
If you have time to do
It
that.
said that.
What? I didn't hear anything.
Then it hits me 4 times, right?
It just like throws its hammer up and it comes down, hits you on the head.
I just remember they can do a bite attack.
So it's an 18 and a 13, so only 1 hits. Right?
Yeah.
Alright. You are taking 16 force damage. As the hammer sort of crashes into you, and you begin to sort of brace yourself, and you just feel the impact against your arms. All right, Isaac.
All right. Straight to the side a bit. Boom. Hey, maybe I'll hit this time. Firebolt.
You had to say something.
Yeah, that is going to miss.
And I just go back to hitting the same exact spot again.
The ghosts are very angry.
Alright, Dorabella.
Okay. Here for now. Javelin, my last one. Yes.
It's at disadvantage.
Is it? Really?
Yeah, because
Yes,
it's.
because you weren't within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought, okay, I misunderstood that. That's rip.
But 16, hopefully it should still hit. Oh, wait, no, 14.
14.
Yeah, it's 14. It does not hit.
Rip. I didn't
So
know
your
that
javelin sort
javelin.
of falls short and skids across the ground.
Move back to protect them. And it's my turn.
Darn. Both of those will miss.
Should have said recklessly. I was thinking about it, but rip.
Happens.
Not like I can do anything else. So yeah, that's it.
Hey, Adrian.
I
Unless
take the
can,
dodge action.
unless I can grapple a bonus action. Nope.
You wouldn't be able to grapple this thing anyway.
Yeah, I know.
It's way too big. You can only
Is that
grapple.
your turn, just a dodge action?
You can only grapple creatures that are up maximum of one size
size,
larger
yeah.
than you.
Yeah, it's the thought that counts, though.
Adjagast.
I'm just gonna fucking. Because it seems like it's standing still, or like staying in the same spot, I'm just gonna go ahead and create a fire underneath its feet. So we're gonna do. Where is it? Bonfire. So dex save.
You watch as the fire sort of engulfs its feet, but it appears to have no effect.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna do it on the center square right there. And then that is my turn.
Alright. The Tomb Tapper is going to drop its hammer. and then attempts to hit Adrian twice with claw attacks.
At disadvantage.
16 and 19.
16 misses.
Damn. With disadvantage, dude, it still hits really hard.
Well, yeah, it hit like mid-20s on you last time. Mid to upper 20s.
So you watch as these two giant claws, sort of come in at you. The first one you think is high, so you duck, and out of your peripheral vision, you see the other one coming low, and it hits you square in the chest as you take 26 slashing damage.
Some bitch.
Oh no. Oh no.
But I dodged one of them.
You did.
Isaac.
So I'm gonna say that
if
the
it-
dodge action was correct.
It ended its turn on the bonfire, so it needs to make another save.
You watch as it just stands in the bonfire. It's not affected.
Oh, fire damage
I
doesn't.
said that last turn as well.
Yeah.
I don't think you were listening though.
And mute fire.
So, well, I'm fucking useless because that's the only damaging cantrips I have. So I'm literally useless.
Sacred Flame.
Let's see. That is a 4, so it fails.
Alright, 10 radiant damage.
You watch as the radiant damage hits it. Cracks begin appearing across its full tight taut skin. And at this point it is bloodied.
About 80 damage
Alright.
later.
Okay, this is me. The help action only helps with one attack, right?
Correct.
Okay. Let me just see if I have this right. Turn the tide. Bonus action. Okay, help action on Karn, and then turn the tide on Adrian.
Yeah, turn the hide can hit everyone, but Adrian is the only one that's under half
Below
HP.
half.
I'm almost under half, but not quite.
4. Rip. I wish it scaled a little bit better, because yeah, but whatever.
Because yeah, it's just 1d6 plus your charisma modifier.
Yeah, I mean, dumping charisma from an ASI would also affect my aura and stuff like that. So that's not totally bad, but you know. All right, that ends my turn, and Karn gets the help action from me.
So, first one
Reckless
advantage,
attack.
second one recklessly attack, giving advantage as well.
13 will miss, 26 will hit.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
heal
you
4.
heal for 4. Turn the tide is not exactly great,
Yeah,
but the
that's
good
it.
news is you can move next to me now. So
No.
I got nothing else. Yeah, this barbarian doesn't have shit for bonus actions, unfortunately.
Right, Adrian.
Adrian, come next to me.
Hits, miss. Right, you feel the staff once again crack into the skin. You watch as bits of stone fall off into the ground. But it's still standing.
Oh, that's smarter. Yeah. Okay, I get it. I
Yes,
see- I'm picking up
Adrian,
what you're
run
putting
away.
down. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay.
I end my turn,
Alright, Adjax.
with hopes that he can't chase me.
You can provide help action. Or take a dodge. Probably dodge.
Sorry, 1 second.
Rock at it.
Improvised weapon. Let's go.
So the only thing I can do I'll snap my fingers and use an action to summon Alvin, which then he enters the initiative and rolls his own initiative.
Gets eyes out. I'll wait to
If I
have any
can-
eyes.
I'll just summon him right next to me, right there. And then he needs to roll initiative. And I'll just tell Alvin, I'll point to Isaac and say, assist him. And Alvin will go right after Dorabella in the turn order.
Oh no.
Alright, is that your turn?
Yeah, that is it.
Alright, the Tomb Tapper, with Adrian gone, is going to pick up its hammer. That's a 25 to hit Adras.
Of course it is. That's, yeah, I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Sorry, Steven.
So you watch as the hammer crashes into your chest. You're taking 19 force damage.
Okay, at least we're not down.
Alright. Now I'm below half.
And then with its second attack, it's going to make a claw attack against Karn.
Straight
With
rolls.
advantage. Oh wait, no, it is a straight roll because you reckless and then you have the mantle.
Yep.
That is a 23.
That'll hit.
Why are there two Isaacs?
Because of my first token, I couldn't see them. So
Because he has
Had to
powers
grab-
you have yet to understand.
When did you learn? Yeah, when did you learn Simulacrum?
You've not even seen his final form.
Alright, Karn, you are taking 21 slashing damage, half to 11.
Alrighty.
And that is its.
Can you put Alvin in the proper spot, by the way, as far as initiative?
I'm going to now that we're at the beginning of initiative. I don't want to sort the initiative when it wasn't at the end.
Oh, I just thought you were gonna. You could just move Alvin, but that I guess that works too.
Right, Isaac.
Isaac will strafe 5, 10. Once I can move the person, because it's lagging like crap. 5, 10, 15, 20. Come on, move! Move, you piece of crap. Alright. Now that I'm there, yeah, let's guiding bullet.
There
Yeah.
he is.
Delete. Yeah, there we go. Oh shit, that's the one that had his initiative. No.
Okay, this is fucking ridiculous. Why isn't it going?
It's just
why is it
lagging.
going
You did. You did.
so slow?
You got it.
16.
A 16 is going to miss.
Okay. And my turn.
Yeah, yeah. It would have.
Alright, Dorabella.
Jeez, I was going to try to go for a smite, but it might look like I should hold on to cure wounds for emergency purposes. So
You know you're not the only one with cure wounds. You could smite.
Isaac, do you have any cure wounds left?
Yes.
Very well.
We should have bought a healer's kit.
Yeah.
You are 2 to restore HP.
1. So that's 5 feet of movement. Spoosh, spoosh.
16 misses, 15 misses.
Wait. Damn it. Okay, I will provoke an opportunity attack as I go to move closer to both casters so that they can, be friends.
Alright, that will be a claw attack then. That is a 14, so it's going to miss.
And that will end my turn.
Right. Alvin.
Yep, I'm just checking his speed real fast. Alright, flying speed of 60 feet. So Alvin is going to fly over and land on Isaac's shoulder and provide the help action.
Okay.
And don't forget to reckless drunk.
Darn.
Reckless attack. But
Oh,
this time,
cool.
I'm going to stand here in the middle. Reckless.
Nice, 18 and
18 and
20.
20, both will hit.
Yeah, that's what we needed. Thanks, Bless.
Thanks, Bless.
Thanks for the blessing.
Anytime, well, actually not anytime, but most of the time. It's circumstantial.
Right, so you make two great axe attacks against it. The first one, you feel scrape across the side of the stone skin, and it makes like an awful scraping noise, similar to like a bat being dragged across concrete. And on the second attack, you finally manage to make it through the skin and cut it through its chest, and you watch as the body begins turning into stone.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, get blessed on, and then, lawnmower axe.
Oh. Is everyone still alive?
Alvin will fly
Yeah.
back over to me.
I must admit, I feel grand.
Why?
I feel like I'm in perfect health. But
Why?
perhaps I should not.
You don't look like it. Oh wait, no, that's just your face.
Ha, monk.
Can I send Alvin up to fly above us to so that way he can guide us to the conjuration tower without us running, guide us away from any upcoming things that he sees.
Oh, that was your last encounter before you got reached the conjuration tower.
Did it.
But Adragast would still do that.
That's fine. You said Alvin to scout up ahead, and you guys make yourselves to the conjuration tower.
Alright.
Safety at last.
So you think.
The mansion's disappeared.
Yeah, right.
There's now conjured things in there that don't like us.
Conjuration tower was this one, I think.
Yes, correct.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
Good
funny. I never thought to think about how the angle of the city would affect my movement. And I'm looking at it now, I'm like, yeah, that shit is not straight.
It doesn't matter. Gravity magic saves all.
Okay. We all have super buffed up balance, right?
Sure, with my 10 decks.
What is this for?
What was that for?
We're talking about how we
Balance.
could just balance without needing gravity magic.
Which apparently both Karn and Adrian can.
Yeah.
I'll try my luck.
Magic.
The DM graced us with some, gravity magic. I'm not gonna, look a gift horse in the mouth here.
I'm right behind you. Acrobatics check.
The dungeon
Yeah.
master giveth, but the dungeon master can taketh away.
The token looks so strange
True.
on this map. Everyone's token does, except
Well,
Steven's.
we all got hammered on, so we got a little squished.
Yeah. But what about Adragast? He also got hammered on.
I don't know. That's a good question. Why aren't you squished, Adragast?
So
I don't know.
we rest.
Yeah, we can go up and rest in the top of the tower, right?
And the demons have returned. And shit, we're gonna get wrecked.
Oh, is that golden chest still there?
Yes,
The
it
one that
is.
can I possibly take it?
Yeah. I mean, you can pick it up and take it with you. It weighs.
Wait, why do you want a golden chest?
Because
want a
it's
golden
golden.
Okay, let's be perfectly honest. If you saw a solid gold, presumably, chest in an abandoned house, would you not call your buddies over to come and help you take it out?
Probably.
Well,
Just
it would
a
be
studded wooden chest is what it is.
gemstone studded wooden chest.
Wait, inside of the thing?
It weighs 25 pounds while empty.
Okay, so it's not a mimic. We've confirmed.
Well, it wasn't a mimic when my javelin hit it and it bounced off.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if it was a mimic, the javelin would have stuck to it.
Gemstone studded wooden chest. Is there anything inside of it?
There's not anything currently inside of it.
Okay.
Alright. I just want to go up to the top and into the conjured mansion.
Oh, welcome back from your travels. Would you like us to prepare a meal for you?
Oh yes.
That would be great.
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
I think we could all use the
We're all
drink.
Oh, something low in sodium, please.
Adrian
Did
would
you have
like
anything
something
in
high.
mind?
No, as long as it's not covered in rock salt, I'll be alright.
A salad for her, I think, she'll be happier.
Absolutely shut up. A salad? Do I look like so small and puny a warrior that I need foliage to nourish myself? No. No, I'll have
Plant
something.
proteins are more efficient than your rare steaks. I think you would appreciate my knowledge of that as someone who purveys in fine meats. I am simply trying to take care of you, Dorabella.
Look over there, Isaac. It's a diversion that should keep you busy until I'm ready to speak to you again. I'll take meat, please. Just not covered in sodium.
Let's see. I'll have elk. I'll have some bread, some cheese, ale if you got it. Yeah. Maybe
Is there-
As you're giving up a list, you watch as they're opening and closing the chest that you're holding and pulling out the items.
Guys,
Oh, shit.
food's in the chest. Wait. What?
Can I try to take out some a handful of salt from the chest?
Chest.
You can see a
sneakily try to
salt
do that?
and a bag of salt appears in the chest.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
Hide that in my bag. I'm gonna
Oh.
just
So, after I roll my eyes at Isaac, I think of a healing potion and reach into...
Do you even see it though? I was
Nothing
trying to do that
happens.
stealthily.
Oh, hold on. Oh, the 18 sleight of hand? Probably wouldn't. So wait, nothing happens? No healing
No,
potion?
nothing happens.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think you
Knucklefish
can do
trout.
magic items.
Stew.
The stew appears.
Now I taste it.
It tastes delicious.
Guys, unlimited food chest.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's not due to the chest. It's due to the enchantment of the mansion that we're inside.
Is this true?
No,
we
no,
mentioned people?
you're incorrect. It is very much so the test.
Oh,
You know
no.
what?
This is what we call an abracadabra. It's what we use to prepare your food.
Can it summon anything other than food?
No, it can summon fine food up to a value of 1 gold pieces. You can also think of objects that are worth less than 1 gold pieces, and it will also be able to generate those.
How many times can we use it?
You know, we haven't used it in quite some time. I'm not entirely sure I know how to answer that question.
I think of a dagger.
Dagger is worth more than 1 gold.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
What am I
Or-
thinking of then? A knife. I guess a knife.
Yeah, like a kitchen knife, yeah. That
Kitchen
would
knife,
you could do that.
cutlery. butter
The
knife.
silver kitchen knife appears in the chest.
Oh, this is extremely useful. Probably best
Is
not to
everybody's-
abuse it.
Is everybody's food already out?
Yeah, I've got my food, sure.
I want to sleight of hand a handful of salt into Dorabella's food.
That's another sleight of hand check.
Yep.
What is Dorabella's passive perception?
Much
Oh,
higher than
Yep,
7.
Yep, you're gonna see it.
Yes.
I'm gonna smack. That's like non-lethal damage, right?
Yeah, you can
Smack
you
his
can
hand.
just you can smack his hand away.
Unless you want to put some smite into it.
No, smite has to be a weapon attack. He's not a monk, therefore he cannot smite with his hands.
So you glance over and you watch as Isaac is sort of like behind you, and you watch as a big handful of salt is like being held over your food.
I'm gonna smack it. So sleight of hand is 7. What did I do? An attack roll here?
No,
I'm
you
still-
can.
no,
I'm
I'm
sure
not
you can
buzzed.
just smack it.
Yeah, you just smack his hand away, and the salt goes scattering across the floor.
You're
You
no
watch as
fun.
brooms and dustpans come and sweep it up.
Just
know what,
looking
could've
out
used
for
that.
me, you say?
Did you ever grow up with a sibling? I mean, I know Fernando and you were close, and he told me about Guglielmo. I think I recall them from a ball or two. Just fun. I'm just trying to be fun. Everybody's so serious. I enjoyed
just-
the
you
play
just see,
because
like-
it was fun.
You just see Dorabella like staring at her food, like not eating it now.
I'll just look over to Isaac from across the table. Fun will come when we're out of this hellhole, and the rhyme is dealt with. Now is
Oh,
not
you
the time.
You're such a brutalist fatalist. I'm not. I agree. True fun will come then. True fun will be when we're back in Waterdeep and things are relaxed and I can treat you all and that'll be fun. I just don't want to think I'm going to die every second. So if you allow me to enjoy a little bit of a prank here and there, or just I don't know, a little bit of
I don't mind the
laughter.
prank, Isaac. But please don't remind me of Ferrando right now, just as a request.
Fine.
Also, when we go to Waterdeep, yes, there will be extravagance galore, as well as cultists. So that's that as well.
Oh, there's always cultists in Waterdeep. It's just whether or not they'll be attacking us or not. It's a city.
I'm pretty sure I've rubbed them the wrong way. Also, Garen being involved. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy this nice low-sodium steak.
We
I'll-
said less than 1 gold piece it can produce items, correct?
Yeah.
It can produce raw materials, foodstuffs, and liquids.
Okay.
So can I theoretically? I'm not gonna test it right now. Theoretically, can I have it produce 1 gold of incense at a time for 10 times to get my materials for Find Familiar?
I don't see why not. If that's what you want to use it for.
Yeah, that's cool. We're probably gonna want to attune to this and see if we're fucked.
Well, if we can already use it, it doesn't require attunement.
Well, I will take my meal, which is ironically a salad, and I'll just take it into whatever room I'm in, and I'll sort of eat it as I begin meditating. I'm
Yeah.
trying to pray to my ancestor.
I want to also. I was also going to take my food to my room and study the spell books that I got to see what's in the necromancy, because I want to see what's all is in the necromancy spell book that I picked up off of Belen's body.
All the spells are already listed.
Oh, that's right. I just need to make a note of it.
Oh,
I forgot that it's in magic items.
And you can cast all those spells too, because it says that you can. Like that essentially like replaces your spellbook. So you essentially have like 2 spellbooks now.
Got it. Oh, but I have to attune to it. So can I spend an hour to attune to the Libram of Souls?
You've already attuned to it, I thought. That's how you know all this information.
I, yeah, I
Because
thought
you
we
guys
could
did
do
it during a short rest.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
We did a short rest in the tower. Okay.
I attempt to tune
I forget.
to the Abracadabras,
And
if that's even possible.
What did I unattune to? Because I remember I was full. Then I unattuned to something in order to attune to this.
You may have given me a wand of magic missile.
We don't have the crystal, right? Because I was on Dury. The Psy Crystal?
No, I have that.
Address has a
Okay.
Psy Crystal.
I think
Okay.
the Psy Crystal might have been what I unattuned to.
Yeah. If I recall that being the case, but I also, like, you know...
Because I'm
Don't have the
attuned to the
best
Robe of
memory.
Eyes, the Libram of Souls, and then...
Carnitine your magic items.
I have Cloak of Displacement, Ring of Protection. That's all I got.
What else did I attune to? Does Ring of Warmth require attunement?
Oh, look at my
That's
magic
better.
items.
Yeah.
Where is it at?
Yeah, Ring of Warmth does require attunement. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was my third item. So it's the Robe of Eyes, the book, and the Ring of Warmth.
You could just unattune from the ring and hold the codicle.
True.
If you needed attunement slots. If you don't, then there's no reason to. But if you need attunement slots, that's an option.
The Psy Crystal isn't necessary. It's because all the Psy Crystal does is give me telepathy for right now. But
Okay. I like that. How many times do we use the chest?
10.
10 times. Okay.
Because of all the food that you listed off.
Alright.
Can I pray and see to Ariel and see if it's successful?
Make a religion check for me.
I'm also going to pray to Helen in the short rest.
I will ask Tempest for guidance.
Arn,
Just
can
not-
Frida have some food?
Yes. We must be wary about how often we use it, though.
Or we'll all turn fat, like my uncle. You
Well-
just hear from down the hallway.
There's certain limitations to this chest.
Okay, so I want a big, raw, bloody Yeti steak.
It makes a big, raw, bloody Yeti steak.
Perfect meal for Frida.
Okay. No more uses. We wait.
Okay.
Right, so Karn, you feel as though your prayer has reached Tempest in a way that none of your other prayers have thus far. You feel sort of a connection, and it's soothing in a way. You feel as though there's the beat of drums that remind you of home in your chest.
I'm gonna go ahead and flagellate myself now.
so
Dorabella, you pray to home, but you feel as though your words don't quite reach. Maybe it's the fact that you're grieving right now or something, but you weren't able to form the connection that you're normally able to.
Alright. Dorabella looks like she needs some Prozac.
Isaac, in your sort of fatigued state, you sort of drift away into unconsciousness, and Ariel appears before you in another vision.
I love me a vision.
Hello, goddess.
Hello, lady.
So, real quick question: since the book functions as like another wizard, like essentially spellbook for me, can I just go ahead and add all those spells to my like spells that I have on my character sheet, and then because it says I just have to, in order to prepare one of those spells, I just have to use one of the charges of the book to prepare it, right?
I believe that's the way it works. Can wizards have multiple spellbooks? I don't know if they can. I don't know if there's rules that state that they can't or not. I've never played a wizard.
I have never been in a situation to know whether or not I can have multiple spellbooks.
I've never read anything about them not having multiple spell books and like using multiple of them. I do know that you're supposed to like have a backup spell book and bury that like far away, so if you lose your first one, you always have a second one. But that's all.
So, can a
Okay.
wizard use another wizard spellbooks? One wizard cannot directly prepare spells from another wizard's spellbook.
But this is a special magic item that says
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Cool.
The book wizard starts with may or may not be his spellbook. The rules refer to it only as a spellbook. Much like those can be purchased from the equipment section of the rulebook, nonetheless, in entirety need not be physically present to be studied. And adding spells to his spellbook is possible through both leveling up and through the spell memorize page. His spellbook, blah blah, his spellbook, and add spells to his spellbook, all without ever needing to physically interact with his spellbook. All you're doing is exploring the raw wonkiness here. It's buffing wizards by making his spellbook harder to destroy and danger take away. That's not really helpful for anything ever. Blah blah, which is currently a bunch of flammable paper in the backpack. Blah blah. Raw never specifies his spellbook name specifically, nor do they specify what ownership, possession, or his means. Spellbook is relatively clear since rules do not define these terms. They are free to be defined however the GM sees fit. Yeah, I don't see a reason why you can't use multiple spellbooks.
Okay. And then I'll just and then the ones that I put on my sheet, I'll just notate in parentheses that they're from the Necromancy book. So that way I know that when I unattune from the Necromancy book, I can't use those spells. So.
Just a crazy rule.
There are actual rules for it. That guy didn't know what the rules were. Another person's magical writing remains incomprehensible to even the most powerful wizard until he takes time to study and decipher it. A wizard can use a borrowed spellbook to repair a spell he already knows and has recorded in his own spellbook, but preparation success is not assured. Once a spell from another spellcaster's spellbook is deciphered, the reader must make a spellcraft check DC 15 plus the spell's level to repair the spell. He must repeat the check to repair the spell again, no matter how many times he has repaired it before.
Well,
so that's what the charge is for. The charge allows you to repair it into your spellbook. That's what the charge does.
well, yeah, because it says you spend 1 minute studying the book, and you can expend 1 charge and replace one of your prepared wizard spells with a different spell in the book. So I can repair. Instead of preparing one of the spells from my book, I can spend a charge and prepare one of the spells that's in the Necromancy book.
Correct. And that essentially bypasses, like, you having to make a check. That's what it does. So, you won't be able to... It looks as though you'll have to copy the spells unless you use the charges.
Yeah, like, I do know that. Like, if I take the time to decipher the runes, I can physically copy them into my spellbook, and then I don't have to use this book to do that. But
or you can make that book your book by copying your spells from your book into that one.
After I decipher all the spells of this book.
Correct. You would essentially rewrite them into that book.
Yeah, rewrite them into my own writing.
Yep.
Okay. Well, for now, I'll just put them on my spell sheet and then notate that they're from the Necromancy book.
Anyways, so Isaac, Ariel appears to you in your vision. She looks to you, and you can see that her face holds less disdain than it did before, but she's still not pleased.
I know you're still angry with me. I'm doing what I can. We eliminated those cultists. I assume that they are connected to... I presume that they are connected to the reason why I strayed.
Levistus protects his followers. I doubt they're actually dead. More likely, Levistus saved them and moved them elsewhere. That is the way the Devil of Stygia works.
Is there any insight you could give about these cultists, people that weave this evil about Ithrin. I know from my dealings with the sword that there was supposedly one of his chosen that was coming. I was supposed to protect her in my folly. Please, again, accept my sincerest apologies for that failing, but help me in understanding how I might rectify it, how I might deal with her.
Make a persuasion check.
On. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Isaac, understand that I don't despise you. I still love you. You are my child. But when you make a deal with with an entity that was created by the Vistus, you have to understand why I turned my shoulder to you.
Of course.
Avarice is a dangerous cultist. I believe that you and your party will be able to handle her, but I believe that the Frost Maiden may be on her way.
Alright.
Understand that Overiel is much more powerful than I. She's in a weakened state currently, but she is beyond even what I could assist you with.
Still a god. Could I recognize the error of my ways. May I make a pact with you then? To fulfill my bond. I feel outmatched by my companions. Abilities that I selfishly took from the sword. Could you afford me those?
I'm not against forming a pact with you, but since you've betrayed me in the past, it will cost you your life. You will devote yourself to me, and only to me, for the rest of your days. And if you have returned from me again, you will die.
My soul is forfeit. I'm aware.
You will spend the afterlife in my court, serving me. If you're willing to forgo your right to an afterlife, your right to have a freedom of worship, to follow other gods, other deities, other angels, other divas, then I am willing to make a pact with you.
Let's do it.
You feel sort of a burning hot sensation as she reaches out and touches your chest, and then you sort of appear back in the room that you were, back into a conscious state. And you feel as though you have sort of an internal glow about you.
Cool.
Your pact is a celestial at this point.
Okay. Good to know. I will get rid of the Hexblade stuff and adjust accordingly.
Let's see, that's 2 bargains we've made so far.
Only 2?
Well, in the city at least.
Who needs a soul anyway?
I thought that's what you said to the sword.
Well, I was also. You're not in the room with me right now. This is unless my unless the vision went on so long that everybody just gathered around me and was like, I wonder when he's going to come out of this.
Right.
All right, long rest time.
If you want to keep the Hexblade stuff, by the way, that's fine. And like, if you'd rather keep Hexblade over Celestial, that's fine too.
Could I do like
Completely up to you.
could I do like a celestial hexblade, like not not taking the Pact of the Celestial features, but having a Hexblade with a Celestial patron.
Yes.
Cool.
Well,
That's why I'm saying, like, you can remain Hexblade if that's what you want to do.
Yes, that's what I would prefer.
Okay.
that's dope. So instead of a weird
Yeah, that's what
blade thing,
that's what Ford did when he was a hexblade, and then like got the like essentially got rid of his bond with his previous with like can't remember.
Ukatoa.
Yeah, Ukatoa, and then became bonded with the Wild Mother, and she just basically fueled the powers that Ukatoa had given him previously.
Cool.
It just means that you can't take any more levels in Warlock, is all it is. Because she's not an actual... She can fuel your Warlock powers that were previously given to you, but because she's not actually a Warlock pact thing, you can't take any more levels in Warlock.
He can take more levels on Warlock.
Can you?
Yes.
No. I guess.
If that's what he chooses to do, then yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Coolio. All right. Well.
However, when you get to choose your pact boon,
Yeah.
you can either choose Pact of the Chain or Pact of the Blade, but Pact of the Tome will be like locked from you, and the Pact from Tasha's will be locked. So you have to choose either between Blade or Tome, or Blade or Chain. My bad.
Got it. Good deal.
How long does it take to copy down a first level spell from like if I were to do one from the Divination spellbook?
Your feature should tell you.
Well, it just tells me that like I spend half the time and gold to do abjuration spells, but I don't know. Is it like 1 hour per level of the spell, right? And then 50 gold per level of the spell?
Give me 1 second, I can tell you.
Like, I think that's what it is, but I'm not sure. So I know for a fact it is 50 gold per level of the spell, but I don't know how long it takes.
For the long rest, after I've meditated and sort of had this internal glowing feeling, I think that inspires me to finish my meal, because I probably ate 3 leaves and then went all the spirit questy. I think I would go and try to find Dorabella. I would try to find Dorabella's room.
my ring?
Room, as in wherever,
okay.
wherever you are.
Sure.
And
I don't know where I got ring from. All right.
actually, before I go,
For each level, it takes
I-
2 hours and 50 gold. Okay.
I'm going to find Karn. I'm going to say, hey, can I get some food out of your fancy magic box?
Well, as long as you don't take too much. The
Oh,
chest
no.
does have limitations.
I'm gonna
And I
pee real
want to-
fast.
Well, perfect, because the less you know about this, the better. I'm going to get one at a time, 2 really fancy, the version of a water deep pastry or a dessert, something that the high society would have had. Up to a gold piece, we're not talking gold shavings, but we're talking something that would be,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah.
Like a very ornate pastry. Yeah.
You want 2 of those?
Yes, I'm just gonna do one at a time. Grab one of those.
So that's 13 uses for the day so far.
I made a little tracker for it too.
Okay.
All right. I have some stuff to do, but I'll just wait until everyone else is done with their stuff. Unless I'm good to go now.
Anybody else want to do anything?
Well, I'm waiting for Ian, so
Yeah, when he gets back.
We don't by chance level up, do we?
No.
Nope, not yet.
Milestone leveling. We'll level up when we complete the city.
When we finish the last tower, probably.
I will just play tag with Frida.
Okay. You gain a bond level.
Swag.
Or does that have a DC? I don't think it does, right? Is it just a spend an hour playing with your familiar?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think it's just stated just
look.
spend an hour.
There's just the restriction on it is you can only do that like once every so often. So
Is
like the
it
cleaning.
Once I think
Playing
cleaning
is
can be done daily or weekly or something.
cleaning.
And then
The cleaning can be
playing
done
is-
only weekly. I don't know how
and then-
often the playing can be done.
I think that's daily, but I don't know if you get a bond level every time.
So now that you're back, Ian.
During a short rest, work with the GM to describe the type of game you and your companion play together. Once you've done this 3 times, your bond strength increases by 1. Okay,
Oh,
so
so
it doesn't
it
increase.
increases every 3 times you do it.
Got it. And when
Well,
was
just-
the last time I fed it its favorite food?
What is her favorite food?
I was assuming monstrosity because she liked that last time. When we killed the Yetis, just like out in the dale.
Companion does something that would normally earn a player inspiration. You can award them with an item worth at least 10 gold pieces. Once the companion has either eaten the reward or possessed it for longer than 8 hours, your bond strength increases by 1. So it would have to be worth 10 gold pieces.
Mistakes.
Is a magic fruit worth 10 gold pieces?
I would say yeah.
Okay,
I would
then
say
I'll
yes.
feed it my last magic fruit. Worth.
Right.
Is a ruby worth 1,000 gold pieces? Worth...
It's
I fear the
definitely
ruby.
yeah.
All right. So, yeah. Did you want to get that out of the way, or? Sorry, I realize I just said that without actually directing a name. Steven, did you want to deal with your get your stuff out of the way, or did you want?
Yeah. I just wanted to, from the divination spellbook that I have, I wanted to spend. We have 4 hours until we can rest. So I was going to go ahead and copy identify for 2 hours, and then that costs 50 gold. And then hold on 1 second. And then I'm also going to copy because comprehend language is also a first level spell, right?
I don't know. You're the one with it.
I think it is. Let me look. Yes, comprehend languages is also a first level spell. So I'm going to copy both comprehend languages and identify from the divination spellbook. And that is pretty much all my gold and all 4 hours. And then after I've copied both of those spells into my spellbook, I'll go to sleep after that. So.
All right. Doorbell, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. In my room.
I bring a peace offering. Will you? And
That was
in
kinda
my,
cool.
in my hands, you see what you would recognize as sort of one of the very nice desserts that tend to be on the many dessert tables at one of the Waterdeep balls that we've been to, like something akin to a parfait or like a really fancy parfait. With I felt. Oh, why do I always suck with words? May I come in? I just wanted to talk briefly.
Yes, you can come in.
All right. I'm sorry for overstepping.
You didn't overstep, Isaac.
Yes, I did. You are mourning. I should have been mourning. When you first met me up here, forget about the past. I was still much in my haze, my world, in my inner world, and didn't really process anyone's death. And now that I'm free of that, I realize how much he meant to us, and I can only imagine how much he meant to you. So I'm sorry. I want you to know that I'm here to help you through mourning, through grieving. You want to just shoot the shit about him? He was a wonderful man. He really sort of led us through some tough times up in the Dale. And I always sort of stuck it to him, as we stupid royalty and or nobles from Waterdeep tend to do to each other, but he
I was
was
supposed to protect him. That was my charge. I should have been up here instead of... I suppose actually giving birth is quite important, so job well done for that, but...
Yes, you don't give yourself enough credit. You had a child.
Perhaps, I mean, that's some of his to blame, right?
Yes, he's
So-
the asshole that started all of this.
Absolutely. So there's consequences to actions.
Yes.
I don't suppose you'd help me look for him after this is said and done.
Of course. It's the least I can do. I owe you a debt. Because I owed him a debt.
I don't think that transfers, but I'm
Just
appreciative
take
of
the
that logic.
goddamn debt.
Fine.
Dorabella.
Hey, debt is such a heavy word. Can't you just say favor?
True.
Debt sounds...
Favor sounds even worse when it comes out of a noble's mouth. You don't know if that debt's going or that favor is going to be a dance at a ball or your entire a third of your company. This is.
I'm not trying to be nitpicky, Isaac, but do you think debt from a noble sounds better?
Oh,
Really?
that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the worst of us could be loan sharks.
Favor, perhaps? Maybe we'll figure out another term later, but yes,
I will help you. I will gladly help you. And you have all the resources that I can afford with you.
I appreciate that.
All right. Well, know that what little I recall of him, I will gladly talk with you with whenever you need it, if you want it. If you want to talk about other things, aspects of home, I know it wasn't as much of a happy place for you as it was for me, but...
I'm curious. The Goliath and even the shapeshifter seem to enjoy Ferrando, and I just... His social skills upon leaving Waterdeep were not ideal.
He was a little bit of a braggart. But...
If you could tell me how he grew, given that you knew.
Of course. I mean, I think... You remember that time at the Bella Bronte Ball where he faced up against those two, correct?
Yes, the idiot did a great job.
He did a very good job there and he was able, but he grew more able up here. And I think he had captured their hearts in a way that I don't think that they truly could comprehend. They trusted him. I mean, I think Adragast's undying servitude also helped. He was having one person so committed to another. You're sort of, you want to commit yourself. You see Adragast's faith and you want to reciprocate.
I'm going to be honest, I never really did see him as a king.
I don't think anyone should be seen as a king. I think the entire label of king is so silly. I mean, can they do the job? Can they lead? He, she, it, we, they. I mean, I know that we like figureheads in our noble world, but he did the job, and I think, honestly, that's why I appreciated him up here. He put himself in harm's way. He fought. I'm sure, I mean, I wasn't there in his final moments, but I'm sure Adragast could tell you some level of nobility about those moments. His choice.
I'd like to hear it from the others as well. Not that yours is...
Oh, no,
inadequate.
Yes. You should. I am not the sole arbiter of your healing. Though my magic hands can help.
I can't help but find it a little ironic that he grows up, matures. He's selfless in ways that he would only sacrifice to me, and then, of course, as he matures, he dies.
I think that is... Adrian always talks about the cruelty of the Dale. I remember Velen. That she and Velen sort of reminisced or sympathized about that. But I wouldn't say it's so much cruelty as it is poetic irony. It likes to turn things on its head for you. If there is some sort of grand scheme, grand feeling. Maybe it's what he needed. To sort of be humbled by death. If we can find him, and I assure you, I will do what I can, and I'm sure all of us up here will find him, and we can bring him back. Maybe that is the insight that he needs to grow even further. Death changes a person, I'm sure.
We will see what happens when it happens.
I don't mean to get your hopes up.
No, I'm not
Just
taking it as that, Isaac. I'm just simply saying, one step, one day at a time.
Okay, understood. Well, enjoy your parfait. I remember having these once, and I thought you'd appreciate a little taste of home, literally. And I will see you in the morning. Oh, and by the way, I think the Frost Maiden, is on her way here.
And you don't start with that?
And I leave.
Real quick, one more thing I forgot. Does the chest still have uses? Do we know for today?
Does it recharge every day?
What?
Karn knows.
Does it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It has some uses left.
After Adragast copies the two spells into his book, he's gonna go find Karn, since Karn has the chest.
Yep, you see Karn flashlighting himself in his room.
Wait, did you say flagellating, or there was another very dirty word that I thought?
Yep, I was actually wanting to clarify, and then I realized I don't actually want clarification.
Flagellating.
Both. Yes, both. I can see it now.
Because there was a very adult toy that I thought I heard you talking about too.
Oh no!
Yes, both
Basically
at the
just
same
whipping
time.
myself.
Demonetized.
You're whipping yourself?
Yeah. I'm fanatical.
Well, you are.
Yeah. Zealot. Makes sense.
Alright. I'll knock on the wall as I like stand in the doorway.
Yeah, I turn around. Ah, Abracadabra. How you doing?
Fine. I don't mean to intrude. Are you busy?
No. Just daily flagellation.
Right. Um, could I use the chest for a moment, if I'm able to?
Go ahead.
And I want to use it twice. Once to create a pinch of soot and salt, and then the second time to create eggshells from an eggshell from a chicken, and then an eggshell from like a robin or something.
Very oddly specific eggshells.
They didn't need to be specific, but they did need to be from two different creatures.
Ah. Magical things.
Spell components, yes. I needed them for the spells I recently acquired. Or, well, I copied some new spells into my book that hopefully should prove useful. Seeing as how we don't understand a lot of things that we come across in this city, I found a spell that will allow me to understand any language I come across.
It should be extremely useful. I'm assuming it works on Moros or whatever it was called.
It should work on anything. So as long as it's an actual language and not just gibberish, I should be able to interpret it.
That should be extremely helpful, especially when it comes to finding these rules that we need to find.
Yes, I figured when I deciphered this spell from the divination book that we got from the divination tower, who unfortunately she was turned into, what was it again? A slod? Some sort of toad thing.
Yeah, giant toad man.
Unfortunate set of circumstances for her, but thanks to that I was able to get her book, and this spell should allow us to read the book that we find that should have the rules, as well as there may be many other fascinating things in the library that I would be able to find and read that about the history of this place, among other things.
Maybe after we're done with everything, you can come back and read many other things.
Adrian, where did you come
I was gonna say, I whip around looking for Adrian.
Adrian's been wandering the halls because she can't stay with Karn.
Isaac is in the
So she's just standing in the doorway.
No, I'm just walking like up and down the halls.
Oh.
We only need 6 hours of sleep.
Well, true, but I would want to, if this place survives after all this, I would want to come back and gather all the books and bring them back to Neverwinter, add them to the library.
That would be a good idea. I don't read much though.
I would be willing to help Abracadabra, as you see Isaac follow not that far behind Adrian, and just sort of be like, I have this staff, and it allows me to comprehend languages for the charge of it. And if you need an extra set of eyes, I know I'm by no means as arcanely as proficient as you, but if anything to just see what's useful information, what's just a manual for a long overdue stove or something.
That would be helpful in finding the books that we need tomorrow.
I'm just suggesting help. Have a good night, Abracadabra. Have a good flagellation call. And just continue going.
Yeah.
I just cocked my head. Seems I'm popular tonight.
Sorry about that. Well,
No worries.
I apologize for the intrusion, but that was all I needed. That chest might be seems to be very useful, at least for me, to gather not materials that are not as not inexpensive spellcasting materials instead of having to go out and find them.
Yeah, it's very, very useful. Although I don't exactly know how many times I can use it, I don't want to test myself and break it, I guess.
That
If you
is-
can break magic items.
Depends on the item. Some items, when overused, have a self-destruct feature, others don't. It all depends on who made it and with what spells.
Oh, let's hope it doesn't explode then.
Let's hope. And I'll get up and give a proper bow to Karn as I leave the room. Have a good
I nod
evening.
my head. As do you.
And then I'll go back to my room and go to sleep as I am exhausted, both physically and magically.
I walk over to the chest. Chest full of water. Does the chest fill up with water by chance?
The chest does fill with water, yes.
Alright, I essentially give myself a shower.
Oh,
Dump it over me.
Okay.
useful for a lot of things.
And then I'll go to bed.
Go to bed wet.
Wet, yeah. Just sopping wet.
Yep, Karn's gonna go over to his bedroll on the floor and sleep.
Wet and bloody. Nice.
Okay.
Alright. I think that would be a long rest.
Yeah, we can long rest now, right?
Would indeed be a long rest.
Fuck yes.
And
Then I get the 10 temporary hit points. Pog.
Wake up in the morning and I cast Mage Armor.
I also cast Mage Armor in the morning.
I would
Sounds like it could be a great
single
song.
use.
I wake up in the morning and I cast Mage Armor.
Yeah,
I
dude.
was literally doing TikTok by
Uh,
what's her face?
Kesha.
Kesha, yeah.
And in the morning, when I'm going to go through my morning ritual to make sure I have the spells I have preparing my spells and whatnot. I am also going to swap out my one of my cantrips, seeing as how fire damage is. Having only, I realized Adrigas realizes having only two cantrips that deal damage and they're both deal fire damage can sometimes be bad.
These are the lessons learned.
So I'm gonna swap out create bonfire for a different cantrip. Use it.
What cantrip?
I'm gonna look. Spells.
True strike. True strike.
Yeah, True Strike is ass. Fuck that.
I love True Strike. Let's go.
Actually, the most useless spell in the game. It's never good. I can't think of a single situation in which that spell is useful, actually.
Sounds like they need to amend it then.
No, it's been in every edition.
It's really bad
It
though.
should go back to giving the plus 20 to hit.
I would take, but all it does is this in like it just gives you advantage on your next turn on one attack.
Yeah,
So
5th edition True Strike is god awful.
You give up one of your attacks to get advantage on the next attack.
But
One of your turns.
yeah,
Excuse
you give up your whole action to get advantage on one attack. But if it was give up your action to get plus 20 on the attack on your next turn, I would take that because that's practically a guaranteed hit.
I suppose I could like I don't know, and you can't. Yeah, you can't cast it on others. Like
No, it's
it's
self
just
only.
you.
Yeah.
That's so dumb.
What my? Oh, sorry.
You're good. I am gonna
Uh,
go ahead and do though. Sorry.
It's all good.
Let's do acid splash. We'll swap it out for that.
Okay.
So my enduring wound of -2 and 2 intelligence ability checks is cured at a long rest. I remember that was also because of the thing that took away my memory? And if so, do I have those memories back?
It was because of the thing that took away your memories, and yes, you do have your memory back. Your memory is back.
My wound, my wound has to be cured with a 5th level spell, right? It's not cured in the long rest.
What's Isaac's intelligence?
My intelligence is 10. Very average.
Okay.
So
Drops by 4.
tier 3 wounds cannot be cured on long rest, right?
Which ones?
Tier 3. That's what I have. I have the tier 3 one that reduces my strength score by 2.
I can tell you in a second.
I'm pretty sure
I'm
tier
pretty
5
sure
is
those
the
guys
really
don't.
bad ones.
Because if that was cleared on the long rest, I'll
Yeah,
take
those
it. but-
don't heal. Those don't heal.
So
You
okay,
said it was a tier 3 ruin, right?
yeah, tier
Yeah.
3. So it has to be
Yeah.
cured with a 5th level spell.
Yeah.
Greater restoration.
Well, yeah, greater restoration or a mass cure wounds, a 5th level healing spell or greater restoration essentially, or any other higher level healing spell.
Yeah, it's not cured on long rest.
Yeah.
It needs a 5th level spell.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that one was -2 to what?
-2 to strength. I have 9 strength right now because of
Got
that.
it.
Unlucky. At least you don't have disadvantage on death saves. And
That,
saves.
that is very true. Disadvantage to death saves is real bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
That's why Adrian left.
Yeah. You know why I've been taking defensive shit? So I could run away.
Fair enough.
He's
Yeah.
gonna get through this campaign just destroyed.
And then the other thing too, after I swapped out a cantrip, and then I'm also going to expend a charge on the book, and I'm going to prepare the Speak with Dead 3rd level spell, in place of we're gonna do it in place of Ray of Enfeeblement.
Huh, I figured you would have done it in place of Lehman's.
Nah.
I never prepare Lehman's Tiny Hut. I always ritual cast it. I've never had that spell prepared because you don't need it's just a 1 minute casting time to an 11-minute casting time. So
We're good to do the long rest exclamation point stuff.
yeah,
right?
we already did
Yeah.
that.
What's the item for Lehman's? Like, what's the material?
It's a small crystal bead, but I remember that I cleared with you ahead of time that my gem that I used for my chromatic orb spell can count for that because it's crystal. So
Got it.
It just has to be in a sphere shape.
yeah, so my diamond worth 50 gold that I used to cast chromatic orb also doubles as my crystal bead to cast Lehman's Tiny Hut.
Wait, how does that last one apply to you, though? Which last one?
What do you mean last one?
No, Torbella said, how does the last one apply to you?
Like lost an eye?
Yeah.
Or what?
She lost an eye because of the telescope. The telescope.
But she's blind.
She's
Are
not
we talking
actually
about-
blind.
Actually blind.
Okay.
She's a doppelganger. She just pretends to be
She
blind.
makes her eyes appear blind.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, I mean like the doppelganger thing.
I thought you knew that, because that's
No, I-
not
like-
the meme, that's a joke.
Like, yeah, because I know the doppelganger thing, but I was like, what?
Yeah, the form that she's copying is of a friend that she had when she was little that was blind.
I was thinking about the wrong thing. You know, the creatures in was it? Oh my god, the 80s, like with the kids and they're playing D&D, and I can't believe I can't remember the name. It's a Netflix show.
Stranger Things?
Yeah, Stranger Things. You know, it was like for some reason I had in mind that like
The Demogorgon?
yeah, like the Demogorgon, like it's just that gray face. I thought that was what doppelgangers were for some reason.
Lol.
Yeah, no, that's
A doppelganger is very different from a demogorgon.
A Demogorgon is the Demogorgon. Demogorgon is a demon of the abyss that rules over one of the layers.
That's the giant ape one, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So later
also
on,
one
my
expert.
griffin will take over seeing things. So I really won't have to see things later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Demogorgon.
Oh, you mean that they'll come out like, okay, yeah, okay, I was very confused. I was like, wait, they can't see for you, but you mean for, like, watches and stuff.
Yeah. And later on, I get to, I'm pretty sure, use my thing's perception instead of my own if I want to.
Yeah.
Which will be helpful.
Oh, what I will do as well, if I can, is I'm going to, right after I wake up, reach out to the Staff of Charming that I received and turn that into my Hex Warrior weapon. It lacks the two-handed property. When you attack with that weapon, you can use Charisma modifier instead of your Strength. The attacking damage rolls.
So wait, so what are you making into your weapon?
The Staff of Charming that I got from the Necromancy Tower.
And that's and that's a quarterstaff. It uses quarterstaff damage,
yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
it's a D6 plus Charisma.
Yeah, plus charisma because of that.
Not lacks the two-handed property. It's versatile, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use it. Yeah, you can use it one or two-handed.
So can you use it with two hands because it's versatile?
I
And
believe
still have
so.
this apply? That would make sense.
'Cause,
Because
like-
I can still use my two-handed staff and then switch and just clock somebody with my offhand.
Yeah, and I believe that you can do that because like a regular hexblade with like a longsword, because it just can't have the two-handed property, but if it's versatile, he can use that hexblade longsword with two hands if he wants.
Got it. Okay, so
Starting-
you get a D8 plus
Woo!
charisma.
Nice.
You're pretty
Wait,
much
you-
using a longsword.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to
Without
use Greatsword
versatile.
with that done?
No, you
Okay.
wouldn't be able to use greatsword. Sorry, Karin.
Because greatsword does have the two-handed
Yeah. The property for it, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll
How
do.
we did not level up, right?
No.
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 Okay.
And on we go.
Yes. For some reason, I don't know how I can. How do I fix this? Give me a second. Why is this card is just like in front of me?
Okay, so it can go the Greatsword if you get the Pact of the Blade feature with that. Okay.
Yeah, there's a special feature that does allow you to do so, but
How do I get rid of this fucking thing?
Try clicking on your card again.
On the card? Oh, I'm stealing now.
Steal
I don't wanna
request?
steal my
What?
card.
No, on
Dorabella
the
wants
little
to steal this
The
card from
little
your
card
hand.
right above the person's name. The one with the number 1 on it.
Oh, okay. Don't I have not? Wait, when did I get an enduring wound? Did I have one? I don't
You
even
just-
fucking know.
Just have a card drawn. You don't
Okay.
actually.
Okay, but the enduring one still is. You know what? I'm just gonna refresh roll 20 because this thing is stuck in front
Yeah,
of my
but
face.
everyone except for Isaac for some reason has a card drawn, and that's just so that way
Is-
we can have, when we get an enduring wound, we can just plop it on the field.
It's because I had a recent enduring wound, so I'll just
Draw a new one.
Yeah.
draw a new one. Or I don't. Yeah, draw.
Yeah, just click draw, and then it'll plop it on above
one
your.
card. Draw.
There
Cool.
we go.
So where's the library?
I remember. Adragast would know where it was, but I don't know where it was.
Oh, library.
I know that this was the museum. Was it this? Was that the library?
Was here.
Oh, this. Y9 is the library?
Yes.
Oh, we're right there. How about that?
Perfect.
Ciao, I am Speed.
Okay,
Sweet.
before we
That
leave,
arrow
though,
thing's working.
now that I actually have the proper... Before we leave the Conjuration Tower, now that I have the proper requirements to do so, I am going to ritually cast Rary's Telepathic Bond on everyone.
Also, before we leave, I'm going to ask them if they know what the library is.
Adragast knows,
Oh, fuck. Okay.
which is, it's right
Well-
here.
Okay,
And-
cool.
To test out the telepathic bond, I'm going to think in my mind, oh, by the way, everyone, I had a meeting with my deity last night, and it seems like the Frost Maiden is on her way here.
You tell us this now.
Yes, he actually didn't start with the conversation that we were having last night, and I was very, very perturbed.
As you guys walk out of the tower, you guys notice that the temperature in the city has dropped by several degrees.
Well, I guess
Oh,
that's probably due to the Frost Maiden getting closer.
Well, we shouldn't dilly-dally. Let's try to obliterate
You're-
the rest of the towers.
Your god wouldn't have happened to said how long till the Frost Maiden got here.
Well, I misspoke. She's not technically a god. She's a celestial being that serves a god, but is very powerful within the sort of,
Okay. But-
you know.
Did she specify how long we had?
No. She just said that she was on her way.
Great. Let's.
Oh, judging by the cold drop, she's probably pretty damn close.
I would agree.
All right,
Best be
to
on
the
our-
library we go.
Be on extra guard today. And yeah, we'll head across 100 feet across the street to the library.
Now do I draw a card because we need a library card? Hey.
One of the top card is flipped over for some reason.
I don't know. I touched things and I shouldn't have.
Alright, I think Dorabella should get that card. Psychic damage, of course.
Yeah. Psychic damage for metagaming.
Not like the deck even matters when we all have cards drawn already.
Oh, also, Dorabella, I need you to...
Make a con save.
Just die. Just die. We just watched Dorabella disappear.
Oh no, bitch.
Actually
What do
explodes.
you mean? She can't die. She's wearing the crown of immortality that extends her life by 100 times.
make a con save, yes.
Maybe it's
As her soul is being sapped away.
Wait, why again?
It doesn't matter, just
Make
make
a
the
con
con
save.
save.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Whoo, pretty
Nice.
good. Nice.
Oh, I didn't even put my aura on there.
Your aura is automatically calculated in.
Gotcha, cool beans.
You feel no change on what the rest of the thing.
Yeah, hopefully that's high enough to pass whatever DC it was.
it was actually a DC 21, so
Was it the parfait?
Now roll a d6 for me.
Okay.
Oh shit. 1 second.
Really? We're just gonna not talk about it? That's terrifying.
Yeah, okay, so we enter
It's-
the next tower.
Yeah,
Or the
all
library.
the library.
Okay, because I keep hearing
my neighbors are having a case of domestic abuse.
Oh no.
Ruh-roh.
Who knows? They're yelling at each other really loud.
I could yell really loud.
I know.
Like you might even hear me. And how far away do you live?
Several thousand miles, probably.
Yeah, so
Bunch of states
that's
over.
pretty loud.
Yeah.
Oh, for a second I thought that that's what I rolled. I was like, why is that Constitution save? I'm terrified. I'm just gonna be like turning over every rock.
Oh yeah, did everyone but Dorabella add their 10 temporary hit points?
That's why I
Everybody
went
but
in.
Dorabella and Isaac.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Isaac doesn't. Oh
Yeah, he
wait, it
wasn't
was
there.
Dury.
Ah,
That's right.
Rip Dury, the suicide.
He still had his finger though.
We do. I have it in a jar of fucking like vodka or whatever.
Fucking
You
human
try.
confetti.
Ooh. One day.
Oh,
One
so-
day we'll save all these people who died for us.
Listen, I rolled a 2 on a d6 for whatever the reason, so I'm fucked. You can't include me in any of your future plans.
Easy. So we enter the library.
Yeah, well, hold on. I think Amaya's doing something. She's looking shit up.
Oh.
This
We
colossal
look-
building has many lofty turrets in a state of disrepair. The ground below littered with our rubble. A giant-sized door at the base of the structure stands slightly ajar.
All right.
Adrian walks in.
Yeah, I'll
First.
follow.
Vern walks in.
As you guys walk in, you see that the library has shelves lining the walls, which are crammed with books. And looking at the spines, you can see that it's of like pretty much any concept or thing that you could like imagine. Like this library is extremely vast.
Wait, can everybody understand what language these books are written in?
And you can also see that the bookcases, they aren't in like a set rows and columns and things like that. They're sort of placed random. So like when you go through the door, about 20 feet out, there's a bookcase in front of you. So you can't see from one end of the library to the other.
Okay.
That's terrifying.
But yeah, are all these books written in common?
They're written in Elvish, Dwarvish, Draconic. You see scripts of all kinds on all of these spines.
Okay.
Well, just to
'cause
prepare myself, I'll use one charge of
Well,
my staff.
I was. You don't even need to. I can just ritual cast comprehend languages.
Well, multiple hands. Unless
Yeah.
you think it's too many cooks in the kitchen, I could definitely help.
Twice the speed. Look at how many books there are.
Sure.
I'm gonna
So,
go look at all
I'll-
the books in giant.
Just
Comprehend language is just only for one thing, right? Literally being given
No, it's for anything.
Here, you can also understand any language that you see. Got it. But you must be touching the surface of which words are written. So you have to touch it as you like go.
yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
So that's all it. So essentially, all it is if I come across a language I don't know, I touch the book so that way I can understand what the language is. So I can understand what it says.
Likewise.
All of these books are in like various different languages. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna go through and tell you when
Yeah,
you find
but yeah,
one that's not.
I know those languages, but anything outside that. Either way, with comprehend languages, it doesn't matter what I come across. I'll be able to understand it for the next hour. And one other thing I wanted to see. Is there like are they like is the library sorted in any way? Like, are there different sections that like are they sorted into like different types of books? Can I tell?
You said in the description that it was like randomly splayed out.
Well,
Yeah,
the bookshelves were.
everything here is like random.
Okay, so the bookshelves are all random and all the.
There are things from multiple subjects on one bookshelf.
Got it. So okay, no organization whatsoever.
Or maybe it's just not apparent what means of organization there was, because there probably was, right? But maybe there's some sort of magic way to get a topic or like a book on a topic.
So
Can I do
this
a
is
perception?
lore that you guys like won't learn, but the book essentially says that in order to protect their texts, they had specific librarians that would memorize the location of each and every spell and every book that's in the library, and then they would use a locate object spell to find the book when somebody requested it.
Jesus.
It's the name of the rose almost in a weird way. So if anybody's ever read that book, I highly recommend it. Umberto Eco. Fascinating.
Oh boy.
Alright, let's
I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if
Oh.
I can find a librarian.
it would be
The movie
investigation.
adaptation shit. By the
Or-
way,
well,
don't watch
Actually,
it.
sorry. I thought you were doing something else. If there's a living librarian, it would be either investigation or perception, maybe. But
It will all help.
As you guys are searching, you guys see what appears to be a bispectral jackal-headed humanoid, sort of pieces into view carrying a bundle of books. Behind him, you see an eyeless, 5-foot-tall penguin wearing a leather harness that's sort of dragging a cart laden with a bunch of books behind it. When it turns and sees you, the jackal-headed figure lets out a joyful gasp, and it says, "Ah, you must be the librarians. Scrivenscry has need of your assistance."
we were actually looking for the librarians.
Indeed.
Oh, so you aren't the librarians then?
I
Yeah.
look like a bunch of librarians.
Well, maybe I do, but Khan certainly does not.
I don't know. Karn could be a wonderful librarian.
Yeah, I
Do
mean,
you
he
have
certainly
your
carried
dress
on
on,
the
Karn?
books. Yes, that's true.
Never limit yourself, Karn. Always be the Karn you want to be in the world.
If Karn has his dress on, he would make a fabulous librarian.
Not today. It's still packed nicely away in my bag.
Darn. There's always
those of
tomorrow.
Those of you that pass a perception above 14 that relies on sights, notice that the penguin is like shifting uneasily as it talks.
Above 14?
Yes,
Yeah.
14 or above.
I have a
Oh,
passive
okay.
perception of
Good.
16.
So you guys notice that the penguin is sort of shifting uneasily. Well, if you want librarians, Scrivenscry insists that you help Scrivenscry look for the books of keeping.
Who is Scrivenscry?
Scrivenscry is Scrivenscry. He says that as he like points to his chest.
Oh, that's you. That's
Right,
your
the
name.
Third person thing. Okay.
What's your penguin thing?
His name is Kingsport. He's my attendant.
He's kind of cute.
No fraternizing with the penguins.
I actually
Um,
have pictures for both of these.
Okay.
Yes. Watch me, the most ugly, terrifying thing I've ever seen.
Karn's like, you got a pretty face.
The deep voice was what did it there.
Oh yeah.
You got a pretty face.
You
Oh,
got
yeah.
yourself a pretty face there. You got yourself a
I'm,
nice mouth along with that.
Giving a preview of my voice for tomorrow. You got a
Oh,
pretty
no.
face there.
Oh god.
You better talk like that the entire session.
All right, it's just a matter. Of
That is
not
Scrivenscry.
Ooh.
Oh, it's like a fox person.
No, it's a jackal person, Steven. Weren't you listening?
Yeah, but I don't know what a jackal looks like.
Haven't
the
you
fox.
played RuneScape?
That's what it looks like.
I mean, yeah, it looks like that.
Yeah, like exactly.
We have a
like
picture.
that. Jackals.
The penguin looks like this.
Oh, it's like an
Aw,
it's an
that's
emperor
cute.
penguin.
It's got a pretty face.
So, I'd be happy to help, and I'm sure my compatriots would agree, but we also have a particular topic of interest. If perhaps you've seen something on whatever this electric spire sports ball thing is.
I'm sorry, Scrivenscry doesn't understand.
There's
Right.
there's the
You go
arena.
ahead.
There's the arena here in the city with the giant metal poles that release electricity. Are you aware of them?
Scrivenscry is not. Scrivenscry has seen many books as Scriven Scry has been searching.
Have you
How
left the
long have you
library
been
at
here
all?
Scriven Scry has been here since yesterday.
And you came from where?
Scriven Scry and Kingsport plane shifted.
Hmm.
Oh, what is plane
From-
shifting?
From what plane?
Scriven Scry doesn't feel the need to digress that information.
I insight check that.
No,
Well-
that's a fact.
Yeah, he doesn't feel the need to tell you what plane he came from.
Well, perhaps we can be of assistance to one another, yes? Maybe we can all look together for a librarian?
Well, I doubt there's any living librarians after the massacre that we've seen.
Scriven Scry has been here for 2 days, and Scriven Scry has found no librarians. Scriven Scry thought you were the librarians.
You just contradicted yourself. You said you got here yesterday.
This is the second day.
The little one is correct. This is the second day.
I just,
Oh, we
I,
seem to be in a-
I just give him the squinty eye.
All right. Well, maybe we can help each other. We have resources. We can find more together. Would you like to join us?
Adrian doesn't have resources.
If you help Scriven Scry find the Book of Keeping, Scriven Scry will help you find what you need.
The Book of what is it called?
Keeping.
Keeping or keepers?
Keeping.
Keeping. Book of Keeping. All right.
Oh, and it should be emphasized that, did you notice it got a little bit more chilly, Scriven Scry?
Scriven Scry doesn't understand. Scriven Scry has been in here.
Okay, I'll just be blunt. There's a homicidal goddess of freezing death that will be here shortly. Give or take a few hours. So, how long do you think it would take to find this Book of Keeping?
Scriven Scry doesn't know. Scriven Scry has been searching for a day and a half now.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you for the correction. The 2 days was confusing.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and just leave this conversation, and
Yeah.
I'm going to... Adragast is more concerned with completing the towers, and I'm going to search for the book... Or, like, I'm going to search for a book that has anything to do with the sport that is played here. Or I will also keep an eye out for anything that has to deal with like magic that I haven't heard of. So
As I walk away, I just mentally using Rary's telepathic bond to Dorabella. I'm like, 4 hours? That's not. Where did you get that information from?
Oh, no, I said give or take a few hours. Few, not 4.
Still, could be a few days. Could be a few 10 days. Just heading this way. Could be a very long march.
That's
I
very
will-
optimistic of you, Isaac.
I'd rather be optimistic than think I'm going to die any second, and I'm going to help Adragast. I'm going to follow along, just sort of wherever I see his head is. I'm going to look at the other area, just sort of keep our eyes or
and I'm essentially just going to go along to each bookshelf and run my hand along the books, just so that way I can quickly see what all of the titles are.
Arn's
I
going to try
suppose
to
probably.
look for books that are essentially locked away or in display cases if there's anything there. Or really expensive, fancy-looking books.
Jeez. Kind of wish I memorized locate object, but I don't think I'd have a use for it now because I don't know anything.
Well, locate object would work because apparently he knows the name of the book he's looking for, so you would be able to locate that object.
Yeah, I don't have a mend. Describe or name an object that is familiar to you. Sense the direction, but it's familiar to me, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
what? Is that what it is?
I cast Detect Thoughts.
blank.
Like, everything around me is blank?
You're focusing on the jackal, right?
No. First, I want to just, like, see if anything's within 30 feet of me.
Within 30 feet of you, you're like sort of on the other side of like a bookshelf wall. At this point with the note that was handed to you. So they're like on the other side of the wall. So they're within range of you.
Then I'll focus first on the jackal.
Yeah, you sense nothing. It's just
Okay.
blank.
Then on the penguin.
From the penguin, you get like senses of like dread, like surface thoughts of like panic.
Okay.
Penguin doesn't want to be here.
I'll kind of wander my way over by Karn as I'm looking for books and holding out the professor orb. And then I'll hand Karn the note.
What's this?
Garn just pulls it out and looks at it in front of everybody. You see 2 words inscribed on a piece of leather in common that says "Help me."
Probably nothing. This is a nice looking piece of leather, by the way, Adrian.
Yeah.
With my expertise, I definitely don't think it's worth anything, though.
So wait, do we all see the text in the book?
No.
No.
Okay.
Adrian didn't know you had expertise in anything.
Well, some things I do. You know, skinning animals and whatnot.
Adrian's then gonna walk over to Adriast and hand Adriast the professor orb.
Okay, I'll take it.
And then go and bother the jackal while he's looking for books, staying very close to him.
I'll just put the professor orb in my pack unless I need him.
Are you at all aloof? Because
I have no
would
idea.
definitely-
I have no idea what's going on, but
I am kind of the same way.
I'll telepathically ask Adrian, any particular reason you gave me the professor orb?
And I'm able to communicate with it's everyone, right?
Yeah, I linked
Or
everyone.
just back to you.
No, I linked everyone. So all 5 of us can telepathically communicate with anyone.
Okay.
Well, with any of us 5. So.
The penguin wants help.
And you say that to everyone?
Yeah, telepathically. While standing next to the jackal.
Yeah.
Telepathically, I'll be like, if you want, I can crump the jackal.
I don't know if it's wise to make that our default response for most situations.
I'm going to say in my mind to Dorbella, can you sense if that jackal is something of another plane? Maybe a fiend or a devil?
It's a solid recommendation. I'll use common sense.
Yeah, and I also respond, it did mention it came from another plane, so likely is the case.
It also has no thoughts. So maybe it's a construct of sorts.
It is a fiend.
Ooh.
Can I kill it now?
Well, does Doorbell relay that to us?
Fiend it is.
So
Definitely.
you going to help Scriven's Cry search or not?
Adrian's helping, standing right next
Yes,
to him.
we're
being
looking.
completely obvious.
Yeah, I'm
We can
sorry.
all-
Just
I shout. Yeah, I shout from like 30 feet away. What do you think I'm looking for?
Well, Scriven's Cry never got an answer. Scriven's Cry thought that you might be looking for what you're trying to look for, not what Scriven's Cry needs.
What
And then so-
language? What language is the book in? That you're looking for? Scrib and Scry.
Scriven Scry is not really short, actually.
Oh,
Um,
for fuck's sake.
Any chance you can
Celestial.
tell us more about your friend, the charming penguin? Yes.
Kingsport? Kingsport is Scriven Scry's friend.
Indeed. Well,
He assists Scriven Scry with Scriven Scry's daily tasks.
well, it's in the 2 days here. What variety of tasks have you been,
Scriven Scry pulls Kingsport pulls Scriven Scry's cart. It helps
Yes.
Scriven Scry search for books.
Sounds just like a friend. Absolutely. That's normal.
I don't think anybody here speaks Celestial, but anyway, just as almost like a bluff. I'm gonna, and a very passive bluff at that, I'm going to look at somebody, make eye contact, and in Celestial say, I don't think the devil understands.
I'm gonna say, Isaac, what are you doing?
Well, I think I know what's going on, but
It turns and it speaks to you back in Celestial. Scriven Scry understands.
Well, now that we're on even footing, Scriven Scry, please do let us know why you're truly here.
I told you, Scriven Scry is searching for the books of keeping.
Books?
Yes,
what?
How many are there?
there's 4.
Oh.
What do they look like? Do you know?
Scriven Scry is not sure. They're books of legend.
Of
Ooh,
course.
legend.
I'm just gonna bang my head off the shelf.
And
what,
you
what,
want-
what do these legends speak of, Scriven Scry?
The books of keeping contain the true names of every Yugoloth that's ever been created.
Yugoloth?
Oh,
You what?
Yugoloth. Can I do a
Isaac.
religion check?
Sure.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I know this just because of my own writing in character. I don't know a damn thing unless anybody wants to help me.
Do I know?
Too late for that to ask for help at this point.
Help me so I can.
I honestly, I've never heard that term.
Damn.
Andrew has, but
Do
apparently
I know
none
what
of our
the
people
true
know.
name is? Eh?
Yeah.
Honestly,
Up
I-
to 10?
the only thing that I know that about true names is that if you know the true name of like a devil or a demon, you control them.
You on them?
That's all that Adrigast knows. Because that's pretty common knowledge, I think, for adventurers.
What was the name of the thing again?
A
Ugoloth?
Yugoloth.
Yugoloth. Yes, it's on the tip of my brain. Could you just refresh my memory? What exactly they look like? It just slips my mind.
The lost look like Scriven Scry.
Huh.
You wish to control your own kind. Is this accurate?
I wish to know the name of every Yugoloth ever created.
So you can control them.
Yes, a name holds power.
Who's your master again?
My master. I have no master.
Insight check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help him with that one.
My balls, Jesus Christ! What are those rolls?
It's telling the truth. It has no master.
Okay. I'm just gonna psychically say, if it's a fiend who can transfer over from different planes and has no master, we should probably be exceedingly careful.
How else? But it's also something we definitely don't want to help.
Yes, and my patron would absolutely abhor me dealing with these things. Can we just kill it? I'm just doing this over my mind, by the way. So not.
Is there any chance we can telepathically connect to the penguin?
I would have to recast the spell. It would take me 10 minutes.
What about that crystal?
I'm not attuned to the Psy Crystal right now.
If you can keep, if maybe you, someone needs to run a diversion.
Also-
I can keep the
Also,
keep
it
the
has
Eagle
to be up to 8 willing creatures, so that the penguin will also have to be willing.
I could keep the Yugal off at bay and maybe helping him try to find these books, so to speak. If you could keep the penguin here with you, maybe you could communicate with it and connect with it. Would
Do
that
you
work?
know your friend's true name, and is that why he's here?
Kingsport? Kingsport's name is Kingsport. Kingsport is a penguin.
From here? From where?
Kingsport, where were you from again? I don't remember, actually. You can tell that he's, like, very timid, like, when he speaks.
What language does he speak? Just common?
Yes, just common.
I insight check the penguin.
Oh.
Sure.
Lol.
He's lying.
Yeah, you have no idea, like...
Oh my god.
I forgot the
You,
penguins.
you have no idea what the meaning is behind the penguin's words. Like, you're just sitting there trying to process what it even said.
So, Scrivenscry, what if I were to help you? We could search about this fine library, the two of us, for these books, and Kingsford could go help my friend. I think that would be a fair trade.
If you help Scrivenscry search for books, then Scrivenscry will allow you Kingsport's assistance.
And I make a very poignant eye contact with Abracadabra and just sort of like,
I give a nod.
all right.
Kingsport, do you want to join me over here? And we can search. You know, the rest of us besides me will help Scrivenscry search for the books of keeping, and I, with the assistance of Kingsport, can search for what my group needs. Is that fair?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
That's
me asking, because I
Yeah.
was reading something that he does.
I say aloud to Scrivenscry, the rest, like all the others, gesturing to the other 4 people in our party, will help you, Scrivenscry, search for the books of keeping, and Kingsport will assist me in searching for what my group is wanting to find in this library. Is that fair?
So I would prefer if all hands were searching for books of keeping.
Well,
We'll search for both at the same time.
yes,
They're randomly placed.
we are on it.
Scrivenscry agrees.
All right.
Well then, Scrivenscry, you and I have a date at the library. Come on, follow
And
me.
I'll just motion for Kingsport to follow me, and I'll walk whatever the opposite direction is of Scrivenscry that he's walking.
Alright, so you guys, end up going your separate ways.
And I would
The
say,
party.
yeah,
Mhm.
I would say once we're about like 100 feet away from Scrivenscry, I would get down closer to Kingsport and ask him. My friend got your message and relayed it to us. How exactly do you want us to help?
We arrived a few days ago. I was promised. Well, when I was awakened, I was promised a life of enlightenment. I was supposed to, like, learn, gain knowledge. the same way Scrivenscry does, but Scrivenscry doesn't share any knowledge with Kingsport. Scrivenscry keeps it all to himself, and Kingsport is forced to pull a cart around all day.
Where did Scrivenscry find you? Do you truly not remember?
No?
Okay. Do you know how powerful Scrivenscry is? Do you think he is able to be bested in battle? With the 5 of us, with five on 1?
I believe you could, but I wouldn't recommend that. I prefer a deal if that's possible, but if not, then I suppose that's what needs to be done.
What kind of deal? If when we find the books, he releases you from his servitude?
You could make that proposal, though Scrivenscry, he does what benefits him.
Right.
So if that's the deal that you struck, then I think that he'd like it, but to Scrivenscry, Kingsport is no better than dirt.
So what would you suggest?
Kingsport can't make suggestions.
What's that?
Kingsport can't make suggestions.
Is that what Scrivenscry told you?
Scrivenscry won't listen to Kingsport's suggestions.
No, I'm saying what would you suggest would be the best way to reason with him? You've spent a lot of time with him.
Offer him knowledge that perhaps he doesn't have.
He doesn't seem to be interested in it in anything except for the books he's looking for.
Scrivenscry is interested in all kinds of knowledge.
A couple other questions. I don't know. Have you been able to pay attention to any books that have been on the shelves while in the library?
I'm sorry?
Did you ever did you see any books that maybe dealt with a sport here? Do you remember any of the names?
What kind of sport?
There's a big arena outside this building. Over, I point in the general direction where it is. Over there, a ways. It's big arena with 3 metal towers that strike lightning at people in the arena. We're looking for a rule book that tells us how to play that game.
Kingsport is more than willing to help search, but Kingsport has not seen anything like that.
Alright. Well, let's...
Kingsport can only read one language, and there are many languages here.
What language can you read?
The language we're speaking.
Okay, just common. No problem. Your help would be appreciated, but I'm not gonna force you to do anything that you don't want to do. Just, if there's anything that catches your eye, just let me know.
Kingsport will do his best.
And
Are we psychically connected to the Professor Orb?
No, he is not a creature.
He's an object.
Yeah, I
Gotcha.
cannot do that. But yeah, after my conversation with the penguin, I will relay essentially what happened with Kingsport to the rest of my party members, so that way they know exactly the situation we're in.
Very loudly on the now that they're 150 or whatever, however large this place is away, you just hear. And over here, Scrivenscry, you seem to see about claims 1 through 20 of the applications of graviturgy magic on plumbing in the ancient Netherese Empire. I'm over here. I'm trying to just keep him busy.
Adrian also wants to stand next to Scriven Scry. So I'll be over there with you.
Cool.
So all of you now know exactly what took place in the conversation with me and Kingsport. And then as I'm trying to multitask, as I'm looking for the rule book or any other books that seem particularly important, I will ask the party in general telepathically, any ideas, anybody?
Not a clue. The only thing I can think of is to ask the Professor Orb, but I don't think
Well-
even he would have an answer.
Professor Orb
You know
the Professor Orb's an expert on the Netherese. This creature is not from the Netherese Empire. He's just a scavenger looking for information.
Yes, and I'm less scared about the scavenger than I am of Oriel. I'm
You
wondering
know my
if-
opinions of the fiend. If we could destroy it, I would be very grateful.
What were the limitations of the telescope thingy again? Because we used that to find a spell book just in the city. Could we use it to find a specific book in the library?
It's essentially an arcane eye that moves at like 1,000. I think it said like meters per second or whatever.
Yeah, so it's just
So it's like 100 times faster than a normal arcane eye spell, and you can just use it to look around.
In
But
theory,
you can't comprehend at that speed, right?
you.
You wouldn't be able to know.
Yeah, not really.
How fast can you comprehend?
Well, it depends on whether or not you understand the language. If you understand the language, then yeah, you'd be able to like read it and then comprehend it as you go.
So Scrip and Scry could probably like use the arcane eye and just like zoom through this place.
but at the possibility of him losing an eye, and he doesn't know that yet.
That
But
is true.
We don't have to tell him that yet.
That's
We
the
don't- well,
point.
we don't have
could,
to
we
tell
could
him
send him to that. We could send him to the tower.
Well,
Say we have
we
a
can
tool.
go. We can go with him to the tower.
Yeah.
And tell him that we found this telescope that allows you to see the city through.
And we found a book earlier with it,
Yeah.
Mhm.
which is the truth.
And we would implore, since he knows what he's looking for more than we do, he could use that and hopefully find the book he's looking for.
And
then-
he even knows a general location. We didn't even know that.
So, and if he doesn't find it quick enough, the telescope would take an eye, and I believe that would be the opportune moment as soon as the telescope steals his eye to attack him.
Good idea.
Good work.
And beats the shit out
So-
of any plan I can think of. Like,
Let's hope Adrian's plan doesn't kill us all.
All right.
Cry.
All right.
Like scream and cry.
I'll see if I can convince the
Um,
law.
yeah. Pretend. This is directly, or this is to Isaac, but pretend you came up with this plan and call me over.
I do not know why I rolled a nature check. Please forgive me.
What's the mod?
No, I didn't even mean to do
Roll
a check
anything?
at all. I think the sensitivity of my little touchpad is just ridiculous.
Got it.
So like I go over
Yeah.
something and whatever, but I will as I'm sort of scanning through the thing the books on the shelf, sort of take a pause and I say, you know what, Scriven Scribe? There was this one tool that we came across in our adventures thus far in this deep city that might be very useful to you. We'd be I think friends. Do you remember that that artifact in the tower of? I think it was divination, correct? Divination, yes. I think that might be useful for you, Scriven Scribe, to find this book. It helped us find this, find a tome of magic. Find a book of spells earlier. maybe you could use the same tool to find these books of keeping.
Scrivenscry doesn't understand. If you had access to this, why did you not use a telescope to find what you need?
Oh, we were. It's honestly, it was our next stop. If we couldn't find it more immediately, we just didn't want to waste time.
Tell him that the deal was we would help him, and then he would help us, and so we're putting his needs first.
Scrivenscry, we are simply putting your needs before our own.
That was the deal.
We do appreciate your help, and a deal is a deal. We want to fulfill our end of the bargain for you before we consider our own.
Oh, if that's the case, then we can use twice the amount of time. You go to use the telescope, and I'll stay here and continue searching. Or Scrivenscry will stay here and continue searching.
Telepathically, did he fall for it?
Adrian would like to explain that we are not very good at using this device, and an acquaintance who was with us earlier actually was able to spot the thing we were looking for in a matter of seconds, where it took us several minutes.
We're not very smart, as you can see. It was someone of high intellect, such as yourself, Scrivenscry.
Make a deception check.
I want to help assist with that, because we're telepathically linked.
I mean, is that even deception, though?
Nat
Yeah.
20.
I would say that that's deception.
Booyah!
Do you want to change it now, Denny?
I mean, yeah, I don't think it's deception.
Eh,
We're not lying.
deception, persuasion, it would probably be the same.
I am luring something I hate into a trap. It is deceiving.
Yes.
That's true.
Not telling the whole truth is just as bad as lying.
Yeah. Especially when he's gonna lose a freaking eye.
Well, if he
Like, that's-
he
that's
could.
different, like-
Yeah, if he finds it within 1 minute, he won't lose an eye.
Pretty
You'll only lose an eye if you use the telescope for a minute.
And then we have a book, and now we have an army of Yugolovs we can command.
No.
No.
Scrivenscry understands. Scrivenscry thinks that you all are too stupid to use the device.
Horribly
Probably.
stupid. I was my tutors hated me.
Did someone just call me stupid? I can hear you talking over there.
Yes, Karn, you are so dumb. Me too. We're all so dumb.
I'm just
Isaac,
gonna
you're an
telepathically say,
idiot.
don't push the luck. He's convinced. Let's use it.
So,
All right, let's go. And
I'm
we'll lead the way.
I'm still 150 feet across the library. Unless someone calls my name to let me know we're leaving.
Let's go.
What?
I need...
Oh no.
we dimension door into the divination tower.
I think Dimension Door can only go 100 foot, can it?
No, it's 500 feet.
500?
But you can Dimension Door can only bring one other target. So Dimension Door, you can only have yourself and then one other creature with you.
Mm-hmm.
If this doesn't work, I'm sorry.
No, this is
a really good
this is a
idea.
brilliant plan.
Yeah,
I
it's a
don't even
really
know what a
good idea.
Yugoloth is. Like, is it a devil or a demon?
It's in
I
the
said earlier, it's a fiend.
Yeah. It's out of character. It's a part of the Blood War deal, you know? It's like, devils versus demons.
I have to, the amount of self-control that I have to have now before I, Google that shit is fucking immense.
Scrivenscry senses anxiety from you.
Which one?
This one. He sort of like is like looking at Isaac.
Oh, I'm just naturally. I'm just naturally panicky.
Do I overhear?
Look at my hand.
Do I overhear that as I'm coming over? Since thanks to Adrian's call.
I'm gonna explain that he was until recently possessed by a demonic sword. And Adrian's willing to share any knowledge that she has about that sword with him.
As we walk, of course.
Yes. So he is still very out of it because of that encounter.
He's staying put like in the library at the shelf while you guys are having this conversation. He's not moving.
Oh, well, Adrian's starting to walk away.
Scriven Scry. Scriven Scry understands, and Scriven Scry is intrigued by this information. Scriven Scry is interested in learning more.
About the blade? The possession?
Uh,
Oh, my.
Can I... Adrian would like to explain as we walk to the destination. Adrian's in a hurry.
Yes, we are all in a hurry. If, in case you didn't know, there's a god descending upon us that wants to kill us all, and we have no idea how long until she gets here.
We don't know if the god wants to kill us all. The goddess said that if she saw us on her island, she would kill us all.
Scriven Scry doesn't really want to leave. Scriven Scry knows this place is safe. Scriven Scry detected large presence yesterday evening.
But what? Are you saying the library is protected magically?
Well, Scriven Scry knows that if he leaves, Scriven Scry can be seen.
Seen by who?
Scriven Scry just detected a large dangerous thing yesterday evening.
Any more explanation than that? Did it have a mouth in its stomach, for example? Any details here?
No, presence.
Probably the thing that we're afraid of.
Was it a draconic presence, a celestial, a demonic?
Celestial.
Ooh.
That might well be Oriel.
Last night?
Yesterday evening, yes.
Oh. Yes.
Oh, looks like our time frames jumped up.
Well, that presence that
Over
you
my-
sensed is coming towards us, and likely will destroy the city.
She is very angry. We've run into her before.
We kind of stole something of hers, and she's pissed.
Without a shadow of a doubt, she will blow up the entire city here.
That's
Demolish it.
hence why we're in a hurry to find what we want, so we can get the thing we need in the city and get out.
So the sooner you find what we want, then the sooner we can find what we want. Everybody wins.
As Adrian's like opening the door to leave. Adrian doesn't think that she'll blow up the city. Adrian thinks she'll freeze the city more than it already is.
Probably the case. You're right, Adrian.
Is there anything dangerous outside?
Lost me staring at you.
Quick, everyone!
Follow Adrian out.
As you look outside,
Fuck
you
no.
see
Nothing's everywhere!
The whole city's population is converged on this library.
Not
Thousand
again!
Yeah.
off in the
just driving.
distance, at the tower that you guys were at previously, you see a frost giant skeleton.
Wait.
I'm
At
not
the
even worried.
Conjuration Tower?
Yes.
The-
Well,
Yeah, that's what this tower is.
yeah, Conjuration, yes.
So that frost giant skeleton wasn't there before.
No.
Ha.
We should run now.
We'll get to move into this tower over here. We'll help some people. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going out with Adrian because I don't necessarily want to be in here with this fucking dude anymore.
And as you adjust, you also see 2 wolves with shining white fur
Yeah, that's
following the giant skeleton.
Oh, the giant skeleton's alive.
Yeah, it's like an animated
Yeah,
skeleton.
it's like the things that we fought before.
At Ongajuke's place, yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
I thought it was a dead skeleton. Fuck.
Do I
Nope.
recognize the wolves?
They are the same kind of wolves that you fought when you guys went
Landed.
into Oriel's abode.
At the front door.
Winter wolves. Karn
See-
just nods his head. We should get going now.
That isn't even anything to worry about.
But that's proof that Oriel is very close.
So we'll get moving. Is the guy following us yet?
Scrivenscry, like Scrivenscry said, would prefer to stay inside. Scrivenscry does not want to be seen by a large presence.
Well, don't.
I can make you invisible, Scrivenscry. That way, no one can see you as we go from point A to point B.
Do you take Scrivenscry for a fool?
No.
Scrivenscry knows that invisibility doesn't protect your presence.
Well, you just have to be very quiet.
Does this building protect your presence?
Scrivenscry protects Scrivenscry's presence, and Scrivenscry can't be seen if Scrivenscry is in building.
So we need.
Scrivenscry is worried about Scrivenscry. If large presence is after you, then Scrivenscry thinks that he should leave.
I telepathically tell the rest of the party, maybe we should get the attention of the undead giant and bring it over to the library. I don't know how strong this Scrivenscry is, but maybe the giant plus the wolves can hopefully kill him or at least damage him, and we can finish him off.
Adrian's starting to think that we should just play the game, lose like a little bit, and then come back and win afterwards.
Fine, win or lose.
We can start losing the game and learning the game, and then after a little while, Karn can just win.
We don't even know how to play the game. That's the problem.
Well, they gave us that.
We'll learn when we're
Yeah.
losing.
Yeah. There's the test game in the tower itself. Like, if we can't find a librarian, there's no fucking way we'll be able to find a book.
Adrian
I
just
mean,
thinks it's a waste of time, and Scrivenscry is not helping us.
Can I just kill him, please?
He'll
Do
probably
you say that like out?
No.
no
okay.
telepathically, yeah.
I want to be saying all this stuff like verbally.
Karn just pats his bagpipes. Give the
So-
word telepathically.
So we're not gonna help Kingsport. He's just a penguin that essentially has been brought into slavery.
I could
Do you want to
kick
kill him? We can go kill him. Adrian starts marching back into the library.
I can abduct the penguin and run away with it.
I just have to image now of Karn picking up a penguin like a football and just full on like hightailing it out of there.
So you
Back
know
with
those
throw it over
penguins
my
in
shoulder.
Subnautica?
Oh no. Yeah.
I just imagine him picking up the penguin like that and just running full speed.
Well then, hold on. Wouldn't you have to get the narrator from March of the Penguins?
Yes.
The BBC narrator.
Morgan Freeman. And Khan. took the penguin.
I hate those things.
Dude, this situation is such ass.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do here. Like, we were guided to the library. A library is impossible for us to navigate without a librarian. There's a fiend here, and a penguin, and that's it. And they haven't found anybody either. So, I don't know.
I think we can come back to the library at a later time, but I think the towers should be our priority.
Yeah, I think that Adrian's
The
idea
last
of going to...
Yeah.
Adrian's idea of going to the test thing and just learning to play the game is probably the best bet.
Yeah, we should leave and then try to sneak our way over
Around
to
the
the...
wolves.
Yeah, just try to sneak our way over to the arena without being seen or detected by the giant or the wolves. Everyone roll stealth, you said?
I said don't roll stealth yet.
Oh, okay.
I'll keep that roll.
Also, I have a pretty hard stop at 5 for me.
Yeah, I was going to end it, so
Thank you, thank you.
that's why I was saying don't roll stealth
Don't
yet
roll yet,
because we're
yeah.
going to end the session. So
I'm gonna keep that roll for next week. Oh boy.
Well, this was an
The
interesting.
stakes just rose. Oh my goodness.
Poor fucking Kingsport, dude.
Also, I'm pretty sure that he sensed my vision last night. He didn't necessarily.
That's what I was like imagining,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I wasn't like, I don't actually think I know about your vision, so I couldn't actually say anything.
Yeah.
I just want to point out the irony that Adrugas, the book nerd, will die because he doesn't know how to sports ball.
Yeah. The only thing I'm worried about is I agree that we just need to go over to the arena and figure shit out. But what I'm worried about is the fact that what if us starting to lose means that we die?
Well, I don't. The lightning thing only did 1 damage. I imagine that.
That's a smaller
thing.
thing.
Yes, imagine the real thing will fucking hurt like a bitch.
Exactly.
But we
But
can
now
learn.
we have
So,
more resources
us-
going. Into
Us losing may very well entail us taking a lot of damage and possibly dying.
Well, we could wait till Oriole gets here. That's not much of a better solution.
Essentially, that's what searching the library is, just waiting for our death to show up.
Exactly. There's no way
Going
we're
to
gonna
play the
find it.
game is like, well, we might be able to do this in time and then die to Oriole.
And that's we have. Wait, how many towers left? Just 2, right?
Just 2. The
One.
evocation
is
and
it two?
transmutation, yep.
Oh, transmutation, fuck.
Also, I apologize, Amaya, for literally making my ancestor and patron's name so close to the name of,
Nice seeing you.
of the bad person.
you're good.
Later.